Oh, we're on, we're definitely on.
All right.
Oh, geez. Hey, hello.
You gotta get
Are we live with audio, Bill?
Stream Deck.
All right, we should be good to go.
Amazing. That.
Oh no, I think they can hear us.
Definitely. I am totally cool with that. So, hello everybody. Welcome to, oh my God, episode 1. I can't believe these words are coming out of my mouth. Episode 1 of Eulalia 5e, a Redwall story. Holy shit. Amazing to have you all. My name is Jacob Plick, Duval King Jacob on the interwebs. Excited to be here. Excited to have you. Lots of things to talk about, lots of announcements and things. But first, I gotta let this amazing cast of ridiculous people say hello first. So first of all, the Batman to my Batman, the Philadelphia to my Duval, my fellow co-founder of the Amphitheater, Philadelphia, on the ones and twos. Say what's up, my dude.
Hey, what's up, everybody? As Mr. Duval said, Philadelphia here. Very excited to be running my first stream, which is the only thing I've been thinking about for the past 3 weeks. But no, I am much more excited to be here playing this incredible game that Duval has crafted and designed for all of us to play in, and amongst all my other cast members. So do we want to do a quick round of introductions?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
Let's see who's next to you. Let's say, what's up, Prince? What do you do, and who are you?
Hi, I'm Prince, otherwise known as Dimples of Dice around the internet. I am a TTRPG/variety streamer over on twitch.tv/Dimples of Dice. You can also find me over at twitch.tv/RollingThese20s, all BIPOC group of TTRPG professionals now, I guess. And I'm the storyteller for Vampire the Masquerade over there, 9 p.m. Eastern time. And I am excited to play Corain, or Cor, the Sea Otter Paladin.
Indeed. Oh yeah, by the way, Bill, you didn't say who you were playing.
Yeah, that's right. It's a mystery. Ha! We shall discover it together. I'm gonna be playing Tamarisk, who is a hare rogue.
Indeed. From the row down underneath, April Raygun.
Hey friends, I'm April and I'm playing Noreen, also known as Nor, the Sea Otter Cleric.
Woohoo! Crystal.
Oh boy, hello people. My name is Crystal Fear. You can find me over at Crystal_Fear on Twitter, and at Crystal Fear pretty much everywhere else. I am playing Saoirse Maeve Okira. She is a crow sorceress.
Hell yeah. And last but certainly not least, the amazing artiste, Lynn. Who are you?
Hey, I'm Lynn. Gremlin Art. I did all the little art for all these little critters here, and I am playing Alice, the Ranger Squirrel.
Absolutely. So, before we get into it and roll this ridiculous intro that you're about to see, there's a lot of people to thank. I was talking to Bill about this about a week ago. We've done a lot of really cool shit on the Amphitheater, but this is the first time that I really truly feel like this was a large team undertaking of a lot of really, really cool, amazing people. So first of all of you in here are part of that team. This would be far less fun if there was nobody to share this with. This has been something I've been thinking about doing, not necessarily in like a D&D fashion, but telling a Redwall story since I was 12 years old. I'm 35, so nearly 23 years of this world being somewhere in my brain, and 22 books of ridiculousness and adventure. So exciting. On top of that, we have to thank our Ko-fi fam, of which Crystal's a part of, and Strike Red Kite, of course, are members over on Ko-fi. Now, one thing that's really interesting that you may not know is that this particular series is set to run for 12 episodes. However, if you would like to change that, you can support us at ko-fi.com // the amphitheater for at our $500 goal, which we're actually pretty close to getting ready to hit. I think we're at like somewhere around 36% of the way there already. And we haven't even done anything yet, which is pretty incredible. So we will add 4 episodes to that. And I will tell you, if we hit that tonight, first of all, I can confirm that we'll do 4 more episodes, but I will announce what is the next goal, there will be a goal at 750 and a goal at 1,000. So we'll see what happens. But many more people to thank. Happy Cap, Maria, who is incredible, who I like to call my caps lock collaborator, because she'll send me art, and then what about this? And then it'll become like this exclamation point and of loudness through Discord messages. They did this overlay that you see here, the logo for Eulalia 5e, which is amazing, as well as our promo art, which is all of our ridiculously cool looking faces in forests and stuff, because of course. So that is who I want to thank especially. On top of that, Maddie, who did the intro, who you're going to see. So Maddie Games, that's where I run Duval and Dragons. Without Maddie, I wouldn't be streaming at all, because he's the first person to put me in something. And part of the reason why the amphitheater even freaking exists. So Maddie, thank you. I gotta re-thank Lynn for making me almost burst into tears with the incredible detail and art. I've had so many people contact me around how ridiculous the art is, and a lot of you have favorites, which as April so eloquently put, you've made what mistake you've made before we even start. So let's see. Oh, right. Other things, merchandise. Over on sonerdwear.com, we have merchandise for the amphitheater, Eulalia 5e, Redwall story, Duval's gaming journey, Duval and Dragons. So if you want to support us that way, you are more than welcome to. And then you get something really cool back. I have hoodies and coffee cups and ridiculousness all over my house that I can't believe is real. So yeah, God, Bill, am I forgetting anything? I think I covered the gamut, but I don't know. You're muted. So, you're still muted.
Nope.
Yeah, hey, there you are. Amazing. So, I think I did cover everything. Yeah. So, enough stalling, I suppose. Is everybody ready? Well,
let's go.
Oh my God.
Fair enough. So, without further ado, the gates of Redwall are about to open. So let's tell a Redwall story.
Abbey built of red sandstone, dear to us as if our own. Cinder call across the land, all shall feel the mountains hand. Eulalia, my heart will sing. Eulalia, the bells will ring.
Let's get it.
So wasn't that fucking awesome or what? Let's just call it out for what it is. So welcome back. But now it's it's time to actually get started on this gravy train. So let's do it. So, ooh, my music didn't play. Let's fix that first. Do. There we go. All right. So, welcome to Redwall Abbey. Surrounded by a beautiful, lush wilderness called Mossflower Wood. Mossflower Wood is split in two by the River Moss and separating north and south. Redwall Abbey is the embodiment of community and strength in this area. Everyone knows about it. Everyone knows where it is. It stands tall and has stood tall for thousands and thousands of seasons. Clooney the Scourge, Slagal the Cruel, Farrago the Assassin. The list goes on and on of people targeting beasts, I should say, creatures, enemies, targeting and attempting to take Redwall Abbey from the denizens that reside peacefully within its beautiful, tall, red sandstone walls. But that's the past. That was thousands of seasons ago. And that is not the tale that we are here to tell today. It is early morning. The sun just barely hitting and summoning the morning dawn. It is quiet, it is cold, as what seems to be the last fresh snow of about 2 days ago lies all around the wood and the surrounding areas. It's once again still quiet as the small candles marking the light as the creatures within begin to arise for the day. But there is someone coming towards the door, the outside of Redwall Abbey. Bill, would you like to describe Tamarisk for me?
Yeah, so Tamarisk is it's right first thing in the morning, and I think he's probably putting out the remainder of his camp. Maybe kicking some dirt on the old fire that was keeping him warm overnight. And he looks up at that sandstone wall and takes a couple seconds to consider where his journey has taken him. And he puts his cloak on, grabs his backpack, and looks back through the forest where he came from, and puts his cloak up over his head, and he ties his ears back behind him and tucks them in so as to kind of disguise himself slightly. Because he's not sure. He's never been to Redwall before, and he's not sure what he's going to find in there. He slings his backpack over his shoulder and walks with trepidation towards the doors.
Okay. As you approach, there is a small voice that actually kind of raises from the other side of the door as the door begins to creak open, and you see a fellow cloaked figure, but at least initially, and what appears to be the large hoodie of a small kind of green habit, and as a smaller about 6 inches shorter than you, as a small mole opens the door. Good morning, sir. Welcome to Redwall Abbey. Morning, Barai.
Yes, good morning. Well, I'm not sure how to say this. Is it okay for me to come in?
Well, the gates of Redwall are open for everyone, so of course.
Well,
door
that's
kind of creaks open, and you actually see the outline behind as two larger doors, even further inside, several feet ahead, as well as a small, what appears to be a gatehouse, just a few feet away from the outer doors.
What is the need for this security then, if the doors are open to all?
Well, sir, that's a bit of me pay grade.
Right. Well, that
It's
makes.
always sort of been here as long as I've been alive.
Well, tell me this then: is there a place that I might be able to grab a bite to eat, or perhaps take a rest? I've been on a long journey.
Oh, where from?
Out in the woods.
Kind of looks behind you. Kind of nods. Doesn't really like push.
Yeah, I nod back.
Sure. Fair. Well, come on in, sir. It's almost time for breakfast after all. You're making good time.
Where would you suggest I go for a, let's say, out of the way place to grab a bite to eat?
It's kind of a as you kind of see, like he's got this like velvety brown face, long kind of light, like kind of ash, like weirdly gray snout, and kind of burrows a frown. Well, sir, we've all eaten breakfast together in Cavern Hole. It's just this way.
Oh, brother. Okay. You see Tamarisk kind of like grasps his pack a little bit tighter, and his posture becomes a little bit more, let's call it like insecure, perhaps, and he kind of goes into Redwall Abbey.
Okay. And kind of like, by the way, what is your name, sir?
My name is Tamarisk.
Tamarisk. Ben.
You,
Welcome.
he said Ben? Okay, cool.
And he sort of beckons you forward, and even the underneath your paws, there's still like soft crunch of snow as you beckon forward. And he opens a door to the left, and the first thing you notice is this large open hall, and is surrounded by these large, bigger than you've ever seen windows, except for they are covered in stained glass of beautiful portraits of creatures you don't really recognize, mice, squirrel, stoats, weasel, seeming both in combat as well as at peace. And there, far ahead, is this small table and what appears to be this woven tapestry. And he beckons you to the right, and that right there on the bottom far right, there is a set of stairs that go down. That's where Cavern Hole is, and where we'll be eating breakfast here in a little bit.
Much obliged, Ben. Ben, the mole. Do you have a last name? Is it?
Gatekeeper and Abbey Recorder, Ben. Benjamin. Where are I?
It's absolute pleasure to meet you. You've been mighty kind.
Well, it's sort of our thing.
Will you be joining us at breakfast? Maybe we could sit together.
Sure, of course. Did you have any particular preferences for food? Typically, at this schedule, you can probably expect things like turnovers, and as well as beautiful meadow cream. What's the term? Oatmeal.
Tamarisk has been basically subsisting on berries and whatnot for the past week, essentially. So at the mention of turnovers, he's already salivating, and he tries to like use his finger to, mask the fact that he's now completely covered in saliva.
Well, again, you came at the right time. And like, there's like a really weird, like, digging claw thumbs up.
Well, I'll see you in there then.
All right. And let you in, and as you go down the stairs, pull up this. Where is? There we go. Yeah, there's several sets of tables, long, with several seats, as well as in the back of this chamber appears to use actually a open-facing kitchen. Looks really, I'll say for the sake of simplicity, very kitcheny, and several pantries on the far right-hand side, and you can actually see sets of fruit and food ready to be prepared. So, as you have a seat, I would like the remainder of you to roll a d6. First roll. 3.
And a
Alice.
2.
Okay.
Also got 2.
Ooh. Alice, what about you? 1. Okay. Perfect. This actually worked out excellent. So Norncor, you are sound asleep. Your dreams are your own, but you are not quite shooken awake, but you arise as there is a knock on your door of the dorm that you both share together. But you've been here for a few weeks, so I will give you a choice. You can tell me what your dorm looks like together, or I can choose for you.
So I think I know what our dorm kind of looks like.
I thought you might.
So it's like hammocks, not real beds. And like barrels with like things on top. It looks kind of like the inside of a ship, maybe. More than a dorm room.
Okay.
I was going there, same place. So, well done, April. Well done.
I love that. And the door kind of begins to creak open as you see the quite familiar visage of your father, Chakalo. And he's wearing his traditional garb, which is no shirt, and he's got a strap, like a leather strap around his side here with a small, what appears to be, looks like a canteen, and he's wearing plaid green and red. Oh my god! What's the name? What is the fucking name of this thing? The kilt. Thank you. I don't know where it went.
I was like, pants?
Yeah, no, definitely not a pants guy. And kind of just as the door creaks open. Morning, bees.
Morning, father. How are you today? Are we late? Are we late?
You were about to be.
As Nora almost falls out of bed.
Morning, Pop.
Good morning, son. Now, today is actually going to be a big day. We are about 3 days shy of the spring of the Cherry Blossom Festival, which, as you may know or may not know, involves a very big feast.
Feast. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Now, do you know what we might be making for said feast?
Oysters.
Not quite.
Clams.
Also not quite. What are we otters famous for?
Fishing.
Oysters.
Make a history check.
Oh, won't be me.
I rolled a natural one.
Oh, neither one of us. I wrote a 5. So,
Brain's
Just
not
woke
really.
up.
Yeah, brain's not really on yet. No
that's a
caffeine.
6.
No
Yeah.
nothing.
Oh,
Yeah. It's just kind of like, what did y'all do yesterday? It's shrimp and hot root soup, of course.
Yes.
That was my next guess, Pop. That was my next guess.
It kind of points at Nor after the 2 oyster guesses. Is that so? All right. Well, sounds like you just need to get up and around. But the good news is, because there's actually something that the Friar Brandon's going to be making that we could use, that could use some of our special assistants.
Oh, but
Gray Ling Aloe. What were you going to say?
huh?
That was just Nora letting her mouth get ahead of her.
That's fair.
Hmm.
Grayling a la Redwall, which means we need some trout. Problem is, it kind of because your dorm actually has a window out to the orchard, and the Abbey Pond is just outside of that. Is our typical source of trout. It's a bit frozen over, but if you go up north, past the river, hit the River Moss, might be able to get some of those. And as a matter of fact, even bigger trout. Now, now, the abbot entrusted me to go ahead and set this up and get things going. But I thought, you've been cooped up here for a couple weeks now. Why don't you both go and get a few able-bodied beasts to go with you? No Dibbins. They will volunteer. And for the uninitiated, Dibbins are the Abbey, known as the Abbey children. So they are the youngins, if you will. Because especially those Dibbins against bedtime. There's a whole faction. It's a I don't even.
We stay away from them as much as possible.
Right. Yeah. No negotiating.
No negotiating.
And to be honest with you, even though when y'all were young, y'all were pretty rebellious too. And by saying that as past tense, I know that that's incorrect. But I was thinking, yeah, maybe overdue for a little adventure. What do you think?
I think that sounds splendid. Adventure. What do you think, brother?
Food.
Well,
Yes,
well,
Pop,
it's
for food.
Food, then adventure.
well, of course you're going to need your energy, and it's a good time because breakfast is about 30 minutes from now. So freshen up and head down to Cavern Hole.
Okay.
Now, and he kind of like the door begins to close, and he opens it back up. Now, you're not going to go back to bed, right?
I'm not.
Doors,
I'm up
like
and
got a
about.
leg in
Let's
bed
go.
already.
Busted. Okay.
Did I bring my armor, Pop?
Not yet.
Okay.
But when you go out, just in case. Then again, there hasn't been really any issues for several hundred seasons, but there's always a first. Plus, that really pretty shield is probably too damn pretty. Could use a little usage.
Okay.
All right,
Fine.
I'm gonna head to the kitchen. Love you both.
We'll
Door
be there
closed.
soon.
Love you too, Pop.
Love you, bye.
Nor don't get back in bed.
I wasn't. She actually comes out of bed completely and starts to clean up the little otter thing with.
Anything else you guys want to do before heading to Cavern Hole?
Nope.
that I could
dressed
think
and
of.
go.
Yeah, get dressed and get going.
Perfect. Which brings us to who rolled the 2. That would be Sour Ears. So, speaking of dorms, as Roll20 decides to not play that song, how was your morning routine going?
I would say that she's a bit late to rise, usually. Bit of a night bird.
Indeed. What did you describe her first?
Saoirse Maeve Okira. She is a small crow. She usually wears something fairly fancy. But she's got a white mark all around her left eye, down across her cheek, and down to her collarbone. And it glows every now and again.
Okay. So, late to rise. What does her typical morning look like? Where does she head to before breakfast?
She'll usually sit in her room and meditate when she first wakes up. She's all about keeping in touch with her magic and all of that. And then she'll usually do that for about 20-30 minutes. And then she'll go down to breakfast.
Okay. Come on, Roll20, you gotta do better than this, boo-boo. As you go down, as you're actually in the midst of your meditation, shortly before you head down, there's a knock on your door.
She'll get up and answer it.
All right. Door opens, and you, from your vantage point, you see a large smock, and you look up and see the very tall visage of Badger Mother Ambrovina III, who you've met. Many of you have met. And she kind of gives you a grin. Was I interrupting something?
Just my morning meditation.
Oh, well, my apologies. Just didn't want to make sure. No, of course. Just wanted to make sure you didn't miss the festivities. Well, first of all, breakfast. And second of all, I was actually curious. You've been to the Pine Grove from there, right?
Aye.
Oh, right. And she kind of has this, I didn't really describe her, these very intelligent, like bluish, almost like hazelish green eyes, and very tall, and instead of traditional badger of like black and white, kind of stripes all the way down the front of her face and fur and down, there is a large silver stripe that goes up through the middle and almost matching, almost like a reverse mohawk down each of the sides, like almost like shaved, kind of like my hair. So first, because I'm old. And she just kind of grins. Well, we're getting ready to put together supplies for the feast, and I was hoping maybe you had an idea of some foraging that could be done to sort of help spritz things up a little bit from a seasoning perspective.
I suppose I could ask my gran.
Is your gran here?
No, she's back in the pine, but I could go and ask her.
It's a bit of a trek for some seasoning. Well,
Been meaning to go visit her again anyway.
Well, think about it. Trekking is a little different for you, right?
Yeah. Just a bit, yeah.
A little. Well, that sounds wonderful. But even still, if you just want to grab a few things, your call. Just to help. Do you have any food recommendations? It's been a while since we've had crow in the abbey. Actually, I'm being honest, thousands of seasons. Make a history check.
Surprise me.
Because we dropping law bombs up in this. Okay, sorry.
That is a dirty 20.
Ooh, dirty 20. Yeah. So Ambervita says this, and a conversation that you and your grandmother have had sort of prickles to the front of your mind as she mentions that not necessarily just crow, but crows and ravens were, at least from their perspective, the, for lack of a better term, rulers of the roost, all the way back to the time of General Ironbeak. General Ironbeak was slain by the Abbey warrior Matthias, which goes back thousands and thousands of centuries at this point. As you think back to this, you hear the sounds of the twin bells of Matthias and Methuselah, gong, gong, that are beckoning for breakfast time. Well, see you downstairs. Apologies again for interrupting.
Oh, it's quite all right.
And you begin to wrap your meditation before heading down. Alice, I forgot one thing. I didn't let you describe your dorm. So before that, what does your dorm look like?
It's mostly, she's got it painted in blacks and blues and purples. And there's a lot of velvet, a lot of silk. Her bed is covered in this beautiful blue and black and purple quilt that her gran made her.
Love that. Very cool. All right, cool. Just wanted to give you the opportunity as well. All right, Alice, what about your waking up? How does that go?
She woke up probably half an hour ago, but now she's trying to get back in the abbey.
Fantastic. Inconspicuously?
As much as she can.
All right, make a stealth check.
All right, let's do this. Yeah.
Love that.
17.
All right. So, north. So you've got several gates that you could have exited from. If you look at roll 20, you've got quite the options here. North, south, east, and west here. Typically, folks, the west gate is more like the front gate, which is where Tamarisk was let through in. So how would you have attempted to arrive?
Do our dorms have windows?
They do.
She will climb. She'll try and
so
without anybody seeing her coming out from the east gate, kind of through
perfect.
That.
Okay, cool. In that case, give me I'll let you do either acrobatics or athletics.
All right. 14.
Okay, yeah, not too shabby. It's a little harrowing, and it's really, really tall. But it's not that you necessarily find footholds. You more kind of dig in to the red sandstone. The abbey is thousands of seasons old, and fortunately for you, you find a few porous areas where you're able to utilize as grips, and you're able to make your way up top. And as soon as you kind of peek your head over, why don't you go ahead and describe Alice?
Alice is a young or teenage red squirrel. She has basically like woodland gear on. So she has her cloak, her backpack, large red ears, just like tall and lanky.
Okay. Love that. And as you do, a very familiar creature greets you at the top of the wall as Finian, your father. Well.
Hey, Dad. Morning.
My dear. Okay, first of all, well done. That was... I don't think I would have done that in my younger years, if I'm being quite honest. But first of all, second of all, I am required by parental law to scold you like this.
Guess I'm never do it again. Mm-hmm.
Right. How many times has this been?
Well, I get in more trouble if I say the exact number.
You'll get in less trouble if you're telling what? Nope. You'll get in less trouble if you tell me the truth.
Say more than 20?
Yeah. See, next time. And cut points down, and you see familiar tracks. And you gotta make sure you don't leave a trail, hon.
Yeah, I overslept, so had to rush.
I see.
I will keep that in mind.
Yeah. Where were you headed anyway?
There's some good blackberry bushes out there. I was on the way to get some herbs, but I couldn't resist. And I like sleeping. I couldn't sleep, so I snuck out and I went to sleep in the trees. I don't like the beds.
Not gonna lie. It's not really our thing, right?
Yeah, but have to be.
Plus, it's also fairly cold. So, are you feeling okay? Kind of like classic.
No,
like,
I'm fine. I'm fine.
And the palm is like super cold. If
I was sick, I wouldn't be climbing.
Now you're lying. See, now you're about to get in trouble. All right. That's a good girl. Now, what about breakfast?
That's why I came in. First
Right.
time have to.
Also, you are aware that they have blackberries in the orchard, right?
Yeah, but they're not fresh though.
And they feel less earned.
They're a little. I don't know where they picked them from, but they're a little sour. Yeah.
They picked them from down there in the orchard.
Yeah, but those aren't the forest ones.
You know what we could do? We could talk to Father Abbot Clayton and maybe see about getting the getting a tree from outside inside, or just having a regular excursion. Since you're probably going to end up leaving anyway, maybe there's a bit of foraging you can do on official business.
Yeah, they always like that more than just running off and disappearing for a few hours.
Especially 20 plus times.
Plus, yeah.
Plus.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. 50 plus?
It's a good possibility.
All right. Okay.
Probably.
All right. Well, here's what we'll do. If anyone tells you that you didn't get in trouble, Just let them know that I sent you back out there as punishment.
Yes.
All right.
Hopefully they won't find me, but I will. She'll
Well,
give him a hug. It's like,
oh, of course. Yeah. Oh, that's a good lass. That's a good lass. Always my best mate right here.
same. I better get down there before they get mad.
Indeed. So as you all begin to descend the steps, crossing the orchard, passing by the dorms, kind of cutting through, and eventually everyone making their way to Cavern Hole proper, which is great. As everyone begins to, for lack of a better term, descend into Cavern Hole, the smell is what hits you at first. This air of black currant and red berry that only comes from the turnovers that have meadow cream. I keep thinking grits in my brain for some reason, which doesn't make any damn sense, but what can you do? Anyway. And as there is about 60 or 70 or even 80 different folks, most of them wearing the traditional abbey garb of these gray and green habits. Mostly mice, but there are a few squirrels, a few hedgehogs. As you kind of gaze in the kitchen, as the kitchen starts to come to life, as you see a hedgehog wearing chef's whites, but they've definitely seen better days. They're covered in like what you would hope is like probably meadow cream, and his spikes go through the chef's hat and even through his back. And you've heard, with the exception of Tamarisk, who's new here, of course, that he's been told, but chef's gonna chef. And as you wait for the food to be prepared and come out, anything that any of you five would like to do?
I would like to retcon
Everyone's-
something.
Okay. That was not what I expected to hear today, but all right.
So, in all seriousness, I was a little bit nervous, and I didn't expect you to kick it over to me so quickly. So I did a real shit job of explaining like what Tamarisk looks like.
I did warn you like a week ago.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
For I am a kind DM.
So
I have other ways to torture you guys. So like.
So the reason I want to do it is because I missed
sure.
like the eponymous characteristic about Tamarisk cheeks ribbled is
Sure.
the fact that he's got these like uncharacteristically large cheeks.
Sure.
And like he's still kind of, you know, down. I assume he's gotten there first before everybody else.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah,
perhaps like the chef
mm-hmm.
is bringing out the turnovers and
mm-hmm.
Just, I guess, like you said, loose oatmeal. And
that's a new one.
So Tamarisk.
That's a shirt coming to sonorword.com/amphitheater right there.
So
good old loose oatmeal.
Tamarisk, again, like I said before, like has not had any food, and in fact, like he's dressed in very peasant clothes. That's all kind of dirty because he's been, you know, traveling for such a long time. Sure. Anybody that catches a glimpse of him right now is just sort of, pardon the pun, but squirreling away these turnovers into his cheeks, and just sort of like, and now seeing like a cascade of people coming down the stairs, he kind of like pulls his hood a little bit closed and then sits back down, and like his intention is to sit as inconspicuously as possible at kind of like the far end. Okay. And so that's what he's doing.
Beautiful. So after a few more minutes, as folks begin to sit down, the rest of this amazing like almost like a not like a charcuterie board like in size, but on top of the black currant there is apple and blackberry tarts, as well as these hot like blue currant not mushrooms, Jesus, muffins. Read your writing, kid. Hot, dripping with honey, and as well as these large, like almost like tankard sides of this large cordial, and it's Ben, who walks over to you, Tamarisk, actually puts down one of these large beakers. He's like, I hope you like a mint and rose cordial, Barai.
I can't wait to give it a try. I've never actually had it before.
I mean, being out in the woods of the unknown, I suppose that's not quite a bit of a surprise.
How does one eat it?
He kind of sits back for a moment, takes and like a small cup and just pours the cordial into a mug. Well, you can drink it.
Oh, he kind of like looks at the vessel that he was just presented with, and you can see that there's like a light that clicks, and kind of takes a sip as he looks at Ben. It's rather good, actually.
Yeah, mint not too overpowering.
I would say no. In fact, it's rather delightful. And he takes a couple more sips.
Now try it with the oatmeal.
Tamarisk goes and grabs a fistful of oatmeal. And like very curious at looking at Ben, just kind of drops it in the cup.
Bill, take an inspiration. Because that is amazing.
And then never stopping looking at him, just kind of sips and says, "It does complicate the palate."
Palate? Never. What's that?
Yeah, actually, I want to retcon that. He would not say palate. Bill would say that. Tamarisk would not say that.
And you were like, "Why did you cast me?" This is why, Bill.
This is why.
The flavor becomes a bit more complex, and he raises an eyebrow, trying to make it a compliment, but he's not enjoying it.
As a similar display is set up across all of your tables, some of you with family, some of you may or may not. Anything that you guys want to do during your breakfast?
While actually the chef is distracted, Nor is going down the line and like putting extra pastries in pockets and bags and stuff to take with us. So yeah, she's trying to sneak extra food.
Okay. Yeah. And
Nor, please, we're going to get food.
I know, but we need food on the road, and I have extra. I got the muffins you liked.
Oh, you got the muffins?
I got
so
2 extra
hungry.
muffins for you.
Okay, well, just don't get caught.
Of course not.
go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
I don't know my history, but I got an 18 plus 3.
Yo!
21.
Nard.
It's like it never happened. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Beating everybody in the club's passive perception. No big deal. Even though, like, but Core's just used to it. Like, just like, this is just another day ending, and why?
Every time she has to steal something.
Oh, that's
I always steal you something too, so shush.
I give the hare who just threw oatmeal in his. I just like, what? I just keep going.
Beautiful. Just a bit of eye. No problem. Yeah. And Alice, as your dad kind of sits across the way from you, chowing down. Never quite used to all this, just not earning any of this.
Not having also to a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, your dear old dad's a people person, so it's totally all right.
Speaking of people person, I think someone doesn't want to be noticed over there.
And who are you looking at?
Tamarisk.
What sort of creature is that?
Don't know. Sort of creature that wants to be left alone, I think.
Yeah, but I kind of want to go over there.
You did that last time. Let me do it.
All right.
She'll walk over. It's like behind from behind. Oh, that bad, huh?
I was instructed to put oatmeal in this. Would you mind? Have you ever tried this before?
I've tried it. It's just, you got to put the honey in it.
Oh, well, honey goes well in everything.
Yes, exactly.
And I kind of like look around for honey.
There's some on the board.
Okay. I reach out for one of those like really, really fancy honeycomb looking things, and then just sort of like drip. Is this enough?
What do we think is enough? Depends on how much you didn't like it, of course.
Then I take the honeycomb thing and I put it in and just kind of like stir off the excess honey.
Not used to this, are you?
No, this is rather fancy.
Yes, that's why. One of the benefits of coming down here.
Oh, are you not from around here? Or do you only mean eating here?
Oh, from here, but I like the woods a little bit more.
Yes, I was excited about having some of the creature comforts of a well-established place, but I'm finding it difficult to adjust.
Yeah, well, you just need to find out what is good here. How to make it good.
Well, I look forward to your guidance. As he kind of looks out across this table of just a sea of food.
Oh, I'll keep you to that.
Ben kind of steps in. Excuse I, sir. This mole did not tell you to put oatmeal inside of cordial.
Well, then I suppose it was just a miscommunication then. And he kind of like gives him the cup with the honeycomb still in it.
Kind of looks at it. All right.
And then I'm gonna turn back to Alice and kind of get a little bit close and whisper, have you, well, let me ask this. Do you know everybody in Redwall?
Some as much as I would like, many that wish I didn't know them.
Oh. I'm gathering you're a fun one.
Why, thank you.
Well, I'm looking for somebody in particular. And Duval, do I like the whole time I'm also trying to be like inconspicuous, but at the same time I'm keeping my eyes out. Do I see anybody that I would recognize?
You don't.
Okay.
Actually.
Okay.
Ooh, mystery. Who?
Well, somebody from. I'm looking for somebody.
Yes, you've said that. Yes.
A person
Yeah. mhm.
who I don't currently see.
Which is why you're still looking for them, right?
We are in agreement.
So why don't you just cut to the chase and tell me who you're looking for?
I would like some more guidance on food. As the resident experts, where should I start next?
Oh, the baked goods. It's like those ones over there.
Okay.
And these ones. She'll take a like a plum. Something about that big. Show you something you can do with these ones. She'll take a spoon and she'll like do the the little like wind up thing, like, and just try and like plink someone at the other end of the thing, all the way at the other end.
Oh, this is too much fun for me, and I'm gonna like back up and try and like disassociate myself with Alice's rambunctiousness at the moment.
Saoirse, as this catches your eye, are you doing anything?
Saoirse is currently trying to find meat.
Trying to find meat?
Yeah.
I love it.
She's a crow.
Make a
She
perception
eats
check.
Perception. That is a 21.
21. You are without looking with confidence. See no meat on this board.
Fucking hell. Fine. Suppose fruit will have to do for the moment.
And Ravina picks up what you're putting down. You know that it's typically I mean, we would have some fish, but Abbey Pond froze over.
She's because she is a crow. She's looking around
You crow who dis.
at all of these tiny mice that are running around.
Yeah, and stuffing their
And going-
faces.
Suppose I'll go out hunting later.
Like, and Ravina's like trying to like read the situation. I don't like those eyes right now. I don't at all. But I respect it. I respect it.
Don't worry, Ravina. I won't hunt within the walls.
Well, what are you thinking about hunting? Let's start there.
Something I can eat.
Right? But what is that exactly? He kind of sips on some cordial.
Anything small enough I can kill.
Have you ever killed anything?
Of course.
There's a big, like, visceral reaction to that of surprise. Well, and kind of looks around at everyone.
I bet that's spreading down the Abbey real quick. Sasha, Bill, she killed someone. She killed someone.
What did you kill? What did you kill?
Cannon. Well, you're not alone. When I was your age, especially before the agreement to disband the word vermin from our history, if you will. But there was a corsair or two that I did not exactly agree with, and, well, things escalate. Though we don't consider, and I think it's agreeable, that there's no initial evil or malicious intent in beasts. But it can happen, and is likely to again. But, and it kind of reaches into a side and pulls out like a ladle. This is no ordinary ladle. And if somebody needs to be put down,
like I said, I won't hunt within the walls.
north is probably a good place for you to go. Up near the River Moss. But stay away from the chasm, would you?
Of course.
Now, you do know who that faction is. That's the Guerrilla Union of Shrews and Mossflower. And if you run into them, tell Logalaga said hello.
Will do.
He could be a bit of a ninny, but he's smart. Speaking of hunting, you might learn something. Coronor, anything you were doing during breakfast?
So about the food that flew through the room.
Sure.
Did it land anywhere near us?
Roll a D percentile for me.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
I rolled two that were not percentiles. I rolled guys, that was a 12. A 12 was not a percentile.
Well done, April. Well
No,
done.
that's amazing.
71.
71. Oh boy. So there's a sound of a small like whiffing in the air, and right on your plate. And there's a mouse to your right that kind of sees this and goes, "We about to start a food fight?"
Nor just jumps up onto the table one movement with a pastry that she pulls out of her jacket.
And your dad's like, no.
And I throw it in the direction.
Make an attack roll.
Core is now under the table.
I would like for the record to know that I told them that this session would go off the rails in an hour. I was correct.
You said half an hour.
You said half an hour.
I'm the DM. I can do whatever I want.
So an unarmed strike that was a 13 plus 3, 16.
Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna hit. So who are you aiming it at?
The direction that the food flew at me.
I think maybe you want to see just like a split second after it lands, you just see like Alice just like do the quick like, just kind of like.
So yeah, if I see that split second like Alice movement, and then of course the hair that's like slowly backing away from the table, I'm going that direction.
No doubt. And what's your armor class, Tamarisk?
It's a 15.
Yeah, that's enough. So, right on your chest. And then as all the tables begin to rise, and you I need to roll a few things.
Oh man.
First attack is with a tart.
We are spoiling the delicious food.
Indeed. So there is, though a general merriment, an air of shock and even of terror, as there is what appears to be about a third of these creatures that are like down to clown. About another third begin to run, and another third that are just like, Father Rabbit, Father Rabbit, Father Rabbit.
Oh. So, does the tart do any damage?
Asking the right questions here.
D12.
I'm gonna get murdered by bakery goods.
So
It was a non-lethal attack. I was going for stun, not for
Okay,
damage.
roll death saves.
I would, yeah, it would be like 1 insult damage. But no, not damage. Just a bit of surprise as because you're still wearing your cloak.
Yeah, that's right.
It's now stained. What kind did you throw, Nora?
She just grabbed one from a pocket, so
Roll a d4. And I will tell you what.
why are none of these a 4? That's a 4. 1.
Perfect. So you are covered in red current, all around, all down, as it begins to slide down your chest.
Okay, actually, that's perfect. So I am going to kind of glance angrily over my shoulder at Alice.
Okay.
And I am going to exit up the nearest stairwell outside.
Okay.
Because
which
I'm
would be
assuming
towards-
that like there is a commotion.
100%, absolutely.
Yep.
And
I'm out.
as you are out, almost, as you are greeted by the skinny gray habit on a visage of a fairly old, likely middle-aged mouse.
Stiff arm.
wearing-
Get out of the way! No, that's my one joke that I don't
Heisman
actually do.
Mouse.
If you
I
would
get
like to
one
do
per
that,
episode.
you can. But I mean, if you want a stiff arm,
Nope. No.
okay, all right. I'm just making sure.
I just
I love it.
very much like the image of him being like, "Oh, "Good day, good sir. How are you?"
God! Yeah.
Anyway,
and,
okay, go ahead.
yeah. So, thank you for your permission. Don't worry, I love you, Bill. So, what is all the commotion?
They're starting a food fight, and I want no part of it.
And there's about another kind of set of valleys, a series of valleys going everywhere. I need everyone that's still in Cavern Hole to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Even if I'm under a table?
I'll say if you ducked under.
Oh,
then,
that was
Hell yeah.
immediately my first
okay,
thing
cool.
that I
If
said I
that's the
did.
case, if you did that, then you're good. But everyone else that's
Saoirse-
involved, yeah, Seisha, what?
Saoirse also went under your table.
Okay, cool.
No part
so-
of that.
So, as there are a few other folks, but that are also, ducking and covering. But Seisha and Core, you probably see each other here for the first time. If there's anything that you wanted to do there in the melee.
The core just goes, sorry about my sister. She's usually behind these sort of things.
All in the day's interest for this sort of place.
No, this isn't really normal.
No?
No. And I imagine Nora's going to have to clean a good chunk of this up.
And as you're having this conversation, you just hear, "That's my eye!"
You shall feel my oatmeal rise!
I was gonna eat that later. There's this general absolute madness. And then from underneath the table, as the figure kind of walks, like kind of right next to you, Tamarisk, everything just like stops. Everyone freezes. And kind of looks to you. You're not from around here, but welcome to Redwall Abbey. And as you can see, being Father Abbot has its privileges. And walks, as Father Abbot Clayton walks down the stairs.
Okay, I think I'm going to just kind of stand there in awe and just kind of turn around. Not moving, just gazing.
And he kind of, as he walks, he has that, everyone knows that like old dude walk of like hands behind back, trudging forward. Well. It seems I wasn't invited to the festivities this morning. And what's amazing to me is the demons aren't even here yet. So, as I walk towards my table, and there's a table at the far end, which is pretty much the only thing not soiled with ridiculous amounts of food. Who wants to be, and kind of as he, and you can even hear like the sounds of his sandals hit the floor. It is that quiet. As everyone knows, like they're in the
That's when Cora gets him under the table, and Cora's like, "Hello, Father Abbot."
Corain, right?
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
Well, you look spotless.
I had the good sense to stay out of it.
Well, that's an intelligent beast right there. So who wants to tell me who started?
Cora is trying to not look at Nor very, very poorly because he's like,
Nor like immediately stood next to her brother, looking as good and innocent as possible, hands behind her back, and you hear a plop from the oatmeal that's in her, the oatmeal plop in her hand.
And you look around, there's about 8 or 9 hands pointed directly at you.
I'm looking at Alice.
And then about another 11 are pointing towards the steps as they point at Tamarisk. And then another cluster of folks pointing at Alice. He kind of just looks around. I see. Would all of you come up to my table, please?
Of course, Father Abbot.
So, and there's actually a seat already set up for him, a large plate of food, and he sits down, takes his glasses off, takes a moment as he seems to be pondering something. Takes 3 tarts and sets them in front of him. Now, if you wouldn't mind, just to resolve this, whatever this is, why don't you go ahead and throw it at each other?
Eyes dart between the abbot and the pies.
Perfect. And as you Alice, Nora, and Cora, you hear your father's like, and Abbot Clayton just raises his hand. Don't worry, I have it. And he just kind of like adjusts his habit and gives all of you that are up in front a wink. And kind of looks up at you, Tamarisk. And Stacia, seeing you coming up from underneath. And asks essentially all 5 of you to come up to the table as well. Alice, what are you doing with your new weapon?
She's just waiting to see. Like she hasn't grabbed it, but she's just like looking at it, like just seeing what the others are doing, and just like looking at the abbot. Like, this isn't like a trap, is it? This isn't gonna be like it's like.
Cora
Nora
goes
like
out.
split second grabs one and just throws it.
Who are you throwing it at?
Tamarisk, because that's who they saw
Yeah.
moving away from the table the
okay.
fastest originally.
So Tamarisk, have you descended the stairs at this point, or are you still up there?
Yeah, if the abbot, right? If the abbot has summoned me to the table after kind of seeing the presence of the abbot, I think I would probably go pretty much on command.
Okay, great. And as he does, go ahead and roll an attack, Nora.
That was a 12.
That's not
Plus
gonna do
3,
it.
12, 30,
Oh.
40, 15. That's 15.
That's your armor class.
Yeah, my armor class is 15.
Meet or beat. That is.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my god. Oh, that's amazing. So as you do, your smock is now joined with a equally blue splotch.
Okay.
That's not exactly what I meant, but I'll forgive that. But that is an interesting way to treat our new guest, is it not?
I thought you said to throw them.
Yeah.
Right. But you targeted the newest person.
So when I was sitting so what had happened was I was minding my own business, eating my food, sitting next to my brother, and as I was eating, where's Timothy? He was sitting next to me. Something landed on my plate, and just someone threw something across the room. And then when I looked up, I saw this person walking away, and I retaliated.
I was walking away because I wanted no part in what had been started already. And he makes eyes at Alice. Without, like, calling Alice out, definitely looks at her.
You're just like, it's like, don't do it. He's like, don't do it. It's like,
So, it's actually quite serendipitous that all. And Seisha, did you make your way up here? Just out of after you were back in-
Saoirse's just kind of holding back.
Okay, that's fine.
She really wants no part of this.
Yeah, sure.
Don't.
I can't imagine why.
Same here.
Well, this is serendipitous, as strange enough, I know all of your names already. Tamarisk, Seisha, Lorraine, Corae, Alice. Now, some of you, of course, have been here. Some of us are newer than others. But I had a dream about all of you. All 5 of you. And as he says this, like, you see his this is sort of changed for a second, and he like freezes. 1 second, I need to play the correct song for this. Oh, let's see. Oops.
That's very upbeat.
You're supposed to start over.
where's our in trouble?
Yeah, I know, right? That was supposed to start over, not from that time. There we go. That's better. And all 5 of you see everything around you just freeze. Kind of look around. There's a few folks that are trying to clean everything up. And suddenly your feet leave the floor. And you begin, all 5 of you, floating up. and suddenly you see you're about to hit the roof, and you
What
kind
was
of
in those
wince.
pastries?
And you kind of wince, and you just go through. And in the Great Hall, which is just up above Cavern Hole, the tapestry that was on the back wall is glowing. And you see the visage of an armored mouse, brown in fur, dark eyes, with confidence. As suddenly, like a crosswind comes through the building, and like sharp enough for you to close your eyes, and as you open them, there he stands. Sword down underneath, hitting the floor here. Are you prepared for what happens next? That's where we'll take our break. So.
All right. So
As-
we are going to hop over to a Be Right Back screen. We'll be back in about, let's call it 10 minutes. So
Yeah.
9:35 Eastern, actually 9:36 Eastern. We'll all be back here. Everybody in the audience should also take this time to get some water, get some hydration.
Maybe throw a turnover at your friend.
Yeah. And we'll be
Great
back.
way to make new friends.
Yeah.
Exactly. See you in a few. Hope you're having fun.
All right.
Okie dokie dokie. So, it seems that we are back. So, welcome back. So, when we went bye-bye, suddenly everyone was floating through the air, up through Cavern Hole, into Great Hall proper, as the glowing visage of Martin the Warrior exited the tapestry and appeared in front of everyone. So, that being said, as he stands in this full armor, sword resting on the in his paws, but down on the ground, almost like a hilt, if you will. You five. I am not sure if you are ready or for what is next, but yet you are chosen nonetheless. Typically, in times of unrest and need, an abbey champion rises to the occasion. Perhaps that will be one of you. Perhaps it will be all five. Many of you could choose or not choose to carry my sword. Some of you are talented in other ways. However, a threat is coming.
Wait. You just came out of a tapestry and you're talking to us.
Yeah.
Am I dreaming?
I'm not sure I'm supposed to be. Was this a mistake?
How did we float
No
to the
one's
floor?
champion.
Hey,
Who are you? Who
all-
are you?
I'm Martin the Warrior.
Not you. I know who you are. I look up to you. I'm talking about that one.
Hmm?
The rabbit. The hare, rabbit. I don't know the difference.
I'm as confused as you are.
so you actually are here. So this isn't a dream.
Well, maybe it's one of those joint dreams where we are all. Well, maybe something was in the food?
That's not who you're supposed to find. You weren't supposed to find.
No. Oh, certainly not. I'm not even sure who that is.
Okay, so we're supposed to find your sword. Who's supposed to wield it? Me? I'd love to wield it. It'd be awesome. Wait, but no, I don't want to fight with it, though. Can we do it under the banner of peace?
You're muted.
Am I?
Now you're not.
No, you're not.
That remains to be seen. So what's coming next? It's possible that talking down could.
I have a question. You said that during times of trouble or there's some turmoil either here or coming. I don't see any trouble. Do you know of something that's coming?
There's not a response.
I guess I am talking to a tapestry. Do either of the four of you know of any trouble that's coming? No.
I know I'm supposed to go fishing.
Well, woods are been quiet. So no.
Well, maybe he's talking about the trouble that the abbot is going to weigh upon some of the members of our newly formed party.
Or is paying no attention, is on the ground, like poking the cobblestone, trying to figure out how they got through the floor.
Your foot, or what are you using? Your hand, your hand?
Just like tapping it.
Tapping it, it goes right through. But weirdly, you're still floating in the air.
How does this? Takes the mace out and just like puts the mace through and just like.
Yeah, translucent completely.
How is this working?
Martin, is it? I'm no one's champion.
The steely, confident, kind of black eyes kind of maneuver over to you. Just a nod. Just acknowledgement, likely.
In all of the stories, they say when someone says, I'm not a champion, they always end up being the champion.
I hunt things like him.
Okay, well, that's uncomfortable.
I'm a crow. I eat meat. It's a
You
thing.
can eat meat that is... Never mind.
Oh, well, we're going fishing. Do you like fish?
Do crows eat fish?
Yeah.
That's up to you.
Sure. Sure.
See, compromise. It works so well. This is why I think that we don't usually have to fight. We can find peaceful solutions, yeah?
Kitty.
As that sentence leaves you, Core, the glowing tapestry stops. The wind crosses through the chamber one more time, and there you are, standing at Cavern Hole in front of Abbot Clayton.
How did we
And
do
he just
that?
goes,
Abbott, did you poison us? I just want to know. I mean, if, like, there's some sort of magical, spiritual ritual you just put us through, that's fine. But, like, usually you ask before you do a thing like that.
he kind of leans forward. He's visited you.
Oh, you mean Martin? Yeah, he was Quite nice fellow.
You visited me too. That's how I know all of you. Now,
I don't remember sharing a dream with you, though, Abbott.
and he has this like kind of a mustache and kind of furrows it a bit. That is fair. But he seems to come in times of conflict, though we haven't had any of that for thousands of seasons. So, typically, Bill, you are muted.
As he's
I
saying,
don't know, like whatever that was.
I'm sorry. Just
I need to know what you were saying.
Oh yeah,
it's 9:45. It's my time. No. So as he's saying, there's no time of conflict. Like he's currently like wiping off the tort from his thing. Kind of like looks up quizzically.
Like fair. Well, physical conflict, bloodshed. Now, typically, we would set up a council and talk amongst the elders. But for some reason, you five, for whatever reason, are here now. Your fates intertwined for some reason.
What if we wanted to unintertwine our fates?
At that, and I'm sorry to interrupt, like, I think Tamarisk has a little bit of a panic attack and bolts out.
Okay. Back up the stairs.
Yeah, up the stairs. And he like immediately exits the breakfast area. Cavern hole.
Cavern hole. Yep. Up into the Great Hall. Which is
like,
actually where you were, floating a minute ago.
And well, I'm trying to get outside to get like a breath of air.
Yeah. You all the tables up there are completely empty. So you just hit a hallway and open the big, large abbey. Well, not quite the front doors, but front doors to Great Hall.
Yep.
Out into the cold, wintry morning.
Okay, and I like fall down on my knees and like start panting.
Okay.
You can go back to everybody else.
So, he kind of just nods at that display, essentially. Well, what about all of you?
You didn't quite answer my question about like unintertwining. I was born with this one, and he points at Nor, but the rest of them,
we're stuck together.
What about the rest of them?
It's nothing wrong. I just don't know if I want to have my fate intertwined with your fate, because I don't know exactly what intertwined means, but that probably means if you go and do something dangerous or stupid for that matter, then I have to protect you from the danger of stupid, and that's not exactly what I signed up for.
Well, I don't know if the answer to your question, if I'm being honest, but I'll promise you one thing. We will figure it out, because we always do. These walls have kind of looks around, been through a lot.
Is this
Scourges.
a mandatory type of thing?
Kind of like stares into his food for about a second or two. No.
Good.
Yeah, but see, I've been doing a lot of reading since I've been here, and when they start talking about fate and mandatory, those things don't really matter because you can't really duck fate. All the books say, like, when something is fated, then it happens, and whether you like it or not, you end up in it.
The other person left.
Yeah, fate will find him most likely.
Fate sounds scary.
Fate is very scary, but in the books, the good guys always make it. So if we're the good guys, then we should probably be okay.
That means we can be in a book too, then.
Oh, that would be pretty nice. I want to be in a book. Who's going to write about me? Not you, Nor.
You see Saoirse's, like, feathers along her wing start to glow a little bit. And she's just like, I control my own fate. I've no interest in being anyone's hero. And she's gonna walk out.
And so there are 3 of us, huh?
Well, I go where he goes. If he wants the sword, I'll go get the sword with him.
If we're supposed to get the sword, then yes, I'll go get the sword. Hopefully that means we don't have to fight
point
something.
Of order, really quick. Martin didn't specifically say to go and get his sword. It was more the inclination of using.
Yes.
Because it just a real quick, what you would have seen, even though you were focused on the low glowing tapestry, and what Tamarisk you would have seen, and anyone that's walked through Great Hall, which you have to get to Cavern Hall, Martin's sword is above it. On the wall. You kind of get the sense that it was more of a usage of sorts in the time of need.
Do not abduct religious relics.
So, do we go get the sword and then give it to you, and then you use the sword that's on the wall?
Me?
Oh, I'm pointing to Core.
Okay.
Yes, Duval! Duval is the hero of Redwall.
I've been waiting for this moment since I was 12!
This has all come back just to make you the hero.
Ben is actually me! Speaking of Ben, actually, Core, as you asked, like, who's going to write about you? Well, if all goes well, points at Ben. But here's the thing. I know that this is a lot, and let's be honest, I didn't ask for that dream to come to me either. But I am here for you if you ever needed a conversation. And please share this, of course, with Tamarisk and Seisha if you do see them, before I do. He kind of kind of grabs his stomach. I haven't even eaten yet.
Yeah, you should probably do that, Abbott. We'll figure this out. I'm hoping, probably, that we will. But are we supposed to start immediately on our fate, or should we fish first?
Well, no sense in postponing the feast for the sake of fate, right?
Maybe the fate will be the fish.
They do say that certain trout give you good luck.
Then we must go find the lucky trout and give it to someone so we could do the thing to make you in a book. Trout equals core into a book. I've got it.
That makes one of us. Okay, so I think we should go.
Oh, does that mean we can go?
Mm-hmm. As this is happening, both Alice, your father, and Coronor, both your fathers, are just like almost like waiting about maybe 5 or 6 paces back. Just kind of they're not quite a disappointed dad look,
Hunter,
but well, Alice, it's essentially the look you got this morning. And Cora Nor, there's on your father's face, there's actually one of concern.
Makes sense.
And they kind of both step up. Whatever it is. Pardon, we were listening. I mean, what else can we do? Because I didn't really want to get into anyway. So we're here to help. Whatever you need.
I don't know what we need.
Ish. We need trout.
I know that.
Look,
We're supposed to go find these other ones, though, right?
Well, perhaps. Ooh, hi, train. Thanks, everybody. So, well, speaking of that, oh my God, whoop, 1 second. I forgot. There we go. Jackalope's like, I gotta get some nets ready. So I'll meet you up near the gate.
Yeah.
We'll meet you there.
And both of them and actually, and Alice, your dad will like, whenever you're ready for a bit of a gung-ho conversation. You let your dear old dad know, yes?
Of course.
That's the mate. Fate or
Yes.
not. Anyway.
Alice.
Yes.
Can you fight?
I can. Not too good on the, punchy, but I am. Say so myself, quite skilled with the bow.
Okay, good. Great. Fantastic. Nor is good at and he just kind of like looks at Nor and he's like, well, outside of starting trouble, what are you good at, Nor?
She pulls out a mace.
That was unnecessary.
She puts back the mace.
Abbott Clayton's just like, amid like spoonful of oatmeal.
I could. I don't know. I can do
you got
things.
quite the arm on you. I mean, you got.
She sees like a crack in the table, and I cast mending on it.
Ooh.
First spell.
It's a cantrip. I just touch it, and it's fixed.
Oh, you should have led with that. Oh, that's cool. And she'll kind of touch the spot.
And then does sea otter jazz hands. Sea otter do jazz hands.
Yeah, only the back feet are webbed.
Like little.
Yeah, that's what Nor does. We are absolutely ready for an adventure.
Well,
I'm sure.
If it helps.
I mean, well,
Abbott Clayton's like, well, if it helps, I'm especially seeing that. That was amazing. I can't do that.
I don't know if that makes me feel better or worse.
My apologies. Definitely was meant for you to feel better. Confidence and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Besides,
yes,
faith in
please.
oneself is powerful on its own. Now imagine you have an entire abbey full of creatures behind you. We've been known to perform a miracle or 5 in our day.
I believe in miracles.
Do too.
Well, let's. Alice, do you want to come fishing with us?
If it's outside, yes.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Well-
actually, we have to leave and go to the north to the river moss.
Oh, I know where that is. I can know a quick way there. So
How? You know what? Never mind. Sometimes you ask questions and you don't really want the answers to them. And I
Because
think
of
this is one of
fate.
those times.
Fate. Fate led us to someone who knows how to go.
Yeah, sure. Well, go with that.
oh, that sounds good. That sounds really good, actually.
Abbott, with your leave.
Sorry?
With
Sorry,
your
I was
leave.
focused on my pineapple. Excuse me.
Okay, if we can go now.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, we're free. We're good, right? We're
well, considering looks like folks are beginning the cleanup process. Considering, why don't you go ahead? Yes, that's fine.
of course.
Of course, if you need anything, just or have any other strange cryptic questions, my chambers are always available.
If I'm looking for strange cryptic answers, then I'll come right to you.
Well, kind of raises a glass, cheers to all the 30 of you remaining, as well as your 2 dads.
I try to like figure out what I'm supposed to do. Am I supposed to bow or wave? You see Core go through like the whole motion, like
Yeah.
The full
I
motion.
love
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nor looks at Core and thinks that's right and copies.
and then he just kind of awkwardly walks away.
You don't have to. Oh, all right. He just goes back to his breakfast.
Follow
Tamarisk
that.
as the cold morning envelops you, staring out into the outer abbey walls. You're actually joined by a small mouse wearing a kind of a dress, like a green dress with a smock over it, and their face is actually kind of like covered in a small like bit of flour, and there's kind of like, I didn't know if anyone else had come up topside just yet. Good morning. I'm sure your morning has been as eventful as mine. I thought I was going to have to worry about cleaning all the kitchens, but everything's a mess down there now.
I'm sorry, he's talking to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just kind of like side by side with you.
Well, then he's also on his hands and knees because I'm currently.
Oh, yeah. Oh, goodness. Are you all right? Kind of puts a hand on your back.
Like with the physical touch as kind of a whoa, I am lightheaded. Wow. Too much breathing. Okay. Yeah, so with like that being almost like a grounding rod for Tamarisk, I think he slows his breathing a little bit, which I'm not going to do again at risk of passing out in real life.
Okay.
And I think he kind of gathers himself together and stands up and probably wipes the sweat from his brow and
Brow indeed.
and says, "I'm sorry. What did you just say? I wasn't paying any attention."
She kind of gives you a chuckle, and before she responds, thanks to Smitty, who redeemed a hint for the secret stream, which is amazing. Because I think for the most part, yeah, let's. So this is like from June when we started doing this thing. So it will involve. So far, I'm just going to run through them all. It will involve a lot of citrus. It will involve downhill skateboarding. It involves being attacked. Thank you, Brett. And I will add that the Ninja Turtles will be involved at some point.
Nice. Starting to tie it all together.
Yeah, sure. And also, thank you so much for this hype train. Oh my god, level 4.
Yes.
I've never done that before.
That's amazing.
We're so close to level 5.
Yeah, so I'm trying to keep my shit because I'm going to cry. Okay, so as this mouse sort of allows you to stand up. Are you new? So you were sitting next to Ben, who's a lovely chap.
Yes, I am new to Redwall Abbey, and all of this is very strange. All of it. Pretty much the second I came here, I've been shocked at the novelty of everything.
Oh, well.
Do you typically have food fights?
You know, I don't think so. I can't recall any that come to mind, if I'm being honest.
Do you typically have floating spells where you float through walls and talk to tapestries?
Oh, I don't think so.
Is
but I'm also not
destiny
really sure
ever
what
given to you by
floating-
threads?
Okay. First of all, floating spell. Can you give me a bit of a hint of what that would be? I mean, I know about like fainting spells.
Yes, I almost just had one right now. But
I could tell. I thought it was it.
floating, we were being scolded by Abbott Costello, and we then floated. I'm sorry, I don't know his name. I know you've said it like 5 times, but
Oh my god!
I don't know his
Oh
name.
my god.
Oh,
That's
what?
beautiful. Well done, Bill. Oh my god.
Oh my god! What?
But as he was scolding us, there were 4 others. 5 of us floated through the ceiling, and then some tapestry began animating and glowing, and then gave us some sort of destiny. I don't know, mission. But by the way, and now he's not talking to this mouse. He's kind of talking to himself. I don't exactly know what the parameters of that mission is at all. In fact, but then he kind of addresses. What were the mouse's pronouns? I'm sorry, her.
She, her.
Yeah. He addresses her and says, "But no, is this commonplace in Redwall Abbey?"
No, I don't think so. No, I know so. I mean, I've heard of. You mentioned the tapestry. Are you referring to the one in the Great Hall?
The names of the rooms don't exactly resonate with me, but yes, I believe
it
it was
puts a hand on your
large.
shoulder. Well, good. It's all right because it's the room you just came out of.
Yes, that one.
Right. So that's the tapestry of Morton the Warrior, our first Abbey champion. He's actually, along with him and Abbess Germain, they're actually the ones that started this beautiful ridiculousness that is our home.
Kind of crosses his arms and says, so, again, more to himself than to her, how did he speak to me? Well...
By the way, pardon my manners, I'm Alicia.
Pleasure to meet you. My name is Tamarisk Ribbled. I
Pleasure,
am
Tamarisk. Do you say Ribbles or Ribbolt?
Ribbled with a D.
Ribbles with a D. Wonderful. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
I will say, there are lots of strange things happening in Redwall Abbey, but one thing that has been a consistent presence here is everybody is quite friendly.
Yeah, it's kind of our thing. Part of the Abbey Charter, after all.
Well, I am going to take a couple more breaths and then perhaps go back inside. It seems as though whatever mission we were being given needs some attention.
Well, I wish you luck in all of whatever that is. By the way, do you have a... are you going to be staying with us for a while?
That remains to be seen. I'm not sure.
All right. Well, let me ask you a personal question. On a scale of 1 to 10, how kind are you?
How kind am I? Interesting. Okay. I think such a personal question will make Tamarisk kind of take a couple steps back. Well, maybe like shuffle a little bit, uncomfortably. And
I'm sorry. Was that too much?
He kind of like plays with the inlay of his cloak and wraps it around himself a little bit tighter and says, I don't know that I've ever thought about that question.
Even if you don't have a number assigned to it, the fact that you're even thought to think about it means that you're probably a really kind person.
Well then, if that's true, which I'd like to think it is, I have found more friends in Redwall in the past, what would you say, like 20 minutes? An hour?
About 2 hours.
Yeah. In the past 2 hours than maybe ever.
Huh? Well, welcome. And if you do decide to stay a while and you need a dorm mate, you have one in me.
Well, thank you, Alicia.
Oh, and I'm happy to show you around later. And if you ever get, find yourself unfortunate enough to go to the infirmary, I'll show you how to get around some of the paperwork. Gives you a wink.
Okay, interesting. Okay. So I think at that and the kindness that you said it was Alicia, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the kindness that Alicia has shown me, I will probably hear the words infirmary and like pull back my cloak. And at this moment, you can't exactly tell if it's like red current or something else. But
right.
like there was like a little bit of seepage coming through his the like riding coat that he had that was tight underneath him, and he kind of like unlaces a side of like the vest, and underneath there's a really poorly wrapped bandage, and it is currently soaked through with blood. And he says, I might take you up on that. And like showing the wound.
Oh. Well, we should probably get on resolving that now.
I don't disagree, but I do need to at least make sure that... Well, see, this is kind of a thing with me. And he like ties up
in the middle of that word. She moves very quickly as your arm is still out. and reaches into a small pocket and takes a dressing and places it. No. Now. And then takes like a small, like, appears to be like tape of some sort, and then, now don't move, and just wraps it around and begins to dress your wound.
Aww. Alicia
Thank you
rocks.
so much.
Okay, I think he will a little bit just kind of protest for maybe a split second, and then just kind of smile as his wounds are now being taken care of.
It helps when you run the infirmary, and gives you another wink. Well, Tamarisk, I'm actually, after addressing your wound situation, I'm feeling a little bit more peckish than I expected, so I'm going to head back inside. What about you?
I will join you.
Well, new friend Tamarisk, let us away then.
Do we see Sorsha? I'm sorry. Saoirse. Do we see Saoirse coming out? Because she left almost right after we did.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's where we were headed.
Perfect.
So do not worry. The question, Saoirse, is...
Saoirse.
Is it, would I say Saoirse?
Saoirse.
There we go. Saoirse. Question, Saoirse, is... Did you leave through the same doors? Or did you go elsewhere?
I think she would have gone back to her dorm.
Okay. Makes sense. So... Yeah, so you actually could come up the steps from Cavern Hole to Great Hall and cut across the lawn towards the dorms, if you wish.
Okay. Yeah.
And as you head back, Amravina is waiting for you outside of your door.
Of course she is.
Well. You've had quite the morning.
Cannot believe. Can you believe they think that I would be a champion? Me.
Kind of slinks back, like on, not quite on the door, kind of on the outside of the door, the kind of the frame, kind of thinking hand, if you will. Well, I don't know if it's fair for me to answer that question, other than to add, we all have potential to do something special. But it's what we do with those opportunities and those choices. That's what makes the difference.
Yeah, true. I don't know. I just want to learn my magic.
What do you want to use your magic for?
Make my life better.
Good way to do that is to help people. Now,
I suppose.
That edge that you have, I used to have that back then, back some time ago. It kind of like arches a back, like almost like nursing an old, long pain. Peace may have be physically weaker. It's made me mentally stronger. Well, I don't know what is to come with your magic or not. Don't shy away too quickly. Anyway, I just wanted to check on you.
Suppose. I appreciate it.
Plus, it's really fun to watch a crow run away. Strange choice, that. Just gives you a grin. And you know to find me. 3 doors down. It's time for my after breakfast nap.
I think that's a wonderful idea.
And she leaves.
And Saoirse's gonna go inside and she's gonna sit down and try to go back to meditating, but her brain is kind of running overtime, going, I don't know what to do with this.
Sure. Nor Cornelius, where are you headed?
Out, I guess. I guess we'd be leaving and starting to head towards the fish. Fishing.
Okay.
Do we run into Tamarisk on the way?
You do. Up the stairs in the Great Hall.
If I see them coming, I'll say to Alicia, "Oh, well, they're all my friends. Well, friends? But, well, the people I was, let's say, engaged with previously. Thank you for your assistance." And I kind of like motion down to my side. Meanwhile, I'm like covering up.
Well, I'll leave you to it then. If you need a redressing, I left 3 of them right inside.
You are spectacular.
She walks downstairs to cavern hole.
Okay. I think I'll just kind of like wait for you all. Yeah, so
I think Alice just like goes up to smiles and goes up and just kind of puts her armor. Like, I was skeptical at first, but you know, that dark, mysterious brooding thing apparently works for you. And she'll like look in the direction that she left.
I think I'll kind of recoil just slightly, ever so slightly, but not like in a rude way. More in like a surprised way. And say, sorry for that outburst. Yeah, it seems as though I left at the best parts. You were receiving some sort of orders, or at least clarification from what the tapestry was telling us.
We're going fishing.
Yeah. It seems all so complicated, and I figured maybe we should just fish first, bait later.
So, to clarify, there is a feast coming, and so we need to go get trout, and the pond is iced over, so we have to go to the river, up north, to River Moss, to get the fish to bring back for the feast. And so we decided that if we go get the fish for the feast, eventually we'll find our fates. Fish feats feast.
I'm sorry, the last word I heard was faced. Is that some...
It's very hard to say. Fish, feast, fates. Very quickly. If you can do it, I'll give you a tart. and not throw it at you. I will actually hand it to you in a very nice and loving way.
Oh, that's something we're
Like
definitely going to
friends.
discuss at some point, aren't we? So
I'm sorry, by the way.
She's not.
Shut up! And I'm gonna elbow Core, but then like realize it's like he's metal and like.
So just to take a step back, it seems as though our divine quests delivered to us by the founder of Redwall is to retrieve trout.
No.
Well, no, we're just going to go get the trout for the feast, and hopefully our fates will align along the way.
Oh, so interesting.
You don't have to come if you don't want to.
Yes, you don't.
But we can.
We're
leave.
inviting you.
Yes, we're gonna have fun
But
outside.
yes, fish, fun, feast, fest, fates. Oh, bother. Fate, fun.
Did you say faced again?
Probably. Faced, we're feasting.
You
That's
should.
the combination of feast and face. Feasting.
That doesn't.
Well, you know, I have put too much weight on duty and fate recently, and I do fancy a bit of fun. And
We'll go for fish fun.
despite it all,
Stop trying to use F words.
How about you F-word yourself?
April, take an inspiration.
and what's more, despite our origins, I do kind of find you all fun.
For now.
Question: should we rely on fate as well for the other member of the Anointed?
Yeah. Probably. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Well, considering they said 5 of us, not 4 of us, so
So we should go get our other friend.
Okay.
yes.
Fate friend.
I don't know where she is. Do any of you?
I'm sure it wouldn't be that hard to find the room.
The rumor
We all
happened,
kind of-
The rumor happened.
What happened?
We try not to sing. Try not to sing. We all kind of have assigned rooms, so it wouldn't be that hard to figure out.
Yeah.
Just ask around.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's-
you over
her-
there?
And
Her door is pretty easy to find. It's like
No
covered
doubt.
in black stuff.
Yep. Definitely the only one. No doubt about it. But since you did hey you there, I would love to respond in kind. Where did that go? So, so you see this fairly tall dormouse wearing kind of a large kind of a blue habit, but what's interesting is it's like cut off at the right at the elbow, and in like has like this kind of light brown fur and actually weirdly white irises with so it's a little off-putting, at least at first. I'm sorry, what was that?
We were looking for a person's room. I was wondering if you would be able to help us.
Yeah, probably. I've been around the block for a little bit, so what and who did you have in mind?
They are about this tall, and they have feathers. Did anyone catch their name?
Oh, there's only actually like one person like that, like here. So that's actually not too bad.
Yeah.
Easy. Woo! I'm not gonna lie,
She's
I was
pretty much
actually
the
really,
only
really
crow
nervous.
here.
I wasn't sure if I could have helped here at all. But you know,
have
confidence.
done excellent. Here, have a tart.
I'm allergic to those.
Then give it to someone else as a gift, as a friend gift. Friendship gifts. Everyone loves gifts.
You really
Fine.
need to work on this
I take
friendship
the
thing,
tart
Nor.
back and I take the tart back and I
Okay.
give him a muffin.
Yeah, so... Oh, actually, no, I like these. Is this banana or...
Just stop asking questions and just eat the thing. She's trying so hard.
It's Bran.
Gonna need some milk. So, okay. By the way, yeah, if you head 3rd floor dormitory and about 6th door on the left, you'll see a bunch of weird dark blue stuff, almost like a portal to another area.
Ooh.
At least that's what I've read about.
Portals, no more other areas.
Yeah. Especially with magic and stuff. I just kind of I'm sure you can just kind of. Sorry,
No.
you guys look bored. I should go.
I'm going to.
And they walked down the cavern hole to get some milk.
To the store.
So Seisha, you are alone with your thoughts for probably a good half an hour or so. How do you guys approach? Oh boy, I don't even know why I asked. I'm sure chaos. So
Boom, boom, boom. Open the door. ATF.
I blow up the door.
I cast Fireball?
Hey, would not be the weirdest thing that's happened today. Anyway, so
Yeah, I just knock.
okay, there's a knock at your door. Seriously.
You hear the fucking chainmail on me just jingling.
Beautiful.
She'll get up and poke her beak out the door.
Perfect.
What?
Fate's calling to potentially take you on a fun journey with the 5 of us, including you, and we go and fish for a feast.
Right.
There's meat.
Be outside fun. It's better than being locked in here all day.
We're going to the River Moss, if that helps any.
Yeah. Could use some meat. Alright.
We're going to go get trout.
From eating people.
What?
Nothing.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna eat you.
Oh, I'm not worried, but there's quite a few friends here I have that are mice. And they're a little terrified of you after today.
I already promised I wouldn't hunt inside the walls.
Wait, was she the one?
Yeah, that's the one, the rumor.
Oh, you're cool. I mean, hi. You seem pretty cool. You should come on an adventure with us into the woods.
Sure. I suppose while we're out there, we could go and visit my gran.
Ooh, that would be fun.
I like meeting new people.
Yeah. No.
Alright,
So,
okay.
shall we journey? Shall we make our adventure?
Adventure time. Yes.
Let's
Come on,
go.
grab
We
your
have all of
friends.
us.
I respectfully think that it would be ill-advised to bring some of these folks to your grand.
I think
What
she'll
would I-
like them.
Is she violent?
Only a little.
Oh, so my brother here does not actually like violence at all.
Oh.
Well, I don't want to hurt anyone.
And Nora absentmindedly rubs her face, her scar, without thinking.
Aw.
Cora definitely catches this.
So, shall we go?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And yes, Luke, I'm taking a basket.
Something, Saoirse, you would know, just from a logistical perspective. The grove where the river Moss hits and the grove is northeast for a good while. So it's not exactly on the way, but your mileage may vary. You can... I'm down for whatever. Anyway. So, before you meet with your, a few of your dads at the gatehouse where nets are allegedly waiting for you, is there anything that you all wanted to do before you do that?
We gear up. We didn't say we put on our armor and stuff, so we put on our armor and stuff.
Put on our armor and stuff, yeah, for sure.
You are at the dorms. Should not be a problem. Especially, it's something that you all have known, those of you that lived here, is typically all the armaments are locked away. But considering your newness, there wasn't like a confiscation. There isn't a lot of, as you could probably tell with the unloading of food, there's the discipline is there, but you know, it's I think you get what I'm putting down. Anyway.
So there is one thing I would like to do.
Please.
So if everybody is kind of like congregating around the entry,
Yep.
I'd like to go to the infirmary and just check to see, like, first of all, is it busy? And if so, then like, no, I'm not going in.
Oh, no. You see Alicia kind of poring over some sort of open-faced book with a quill.
Okay.
Writing.
I will respectfully go in and just kind of say to her, we all...
real quick, right before you say anything, she goes, do you need a new dressing already? What have you done?
No. I think I'm on the mend already.
No.
Bleeding is mostly stopped. But I did have a request for you. As somebody that has shown that they are of some import here, they have a good knowledge of who has come and gone. I'm curious. I'm looking for somebody. Have there been any other strangers in Redwall Abbey recently? Maybe in the past even year or two?
Not quite. Had to be at least a few seasons back. Be a bit more specific.
Well, she would have been a hare, like me.
Oh! Yeah, as a matter of fact, there was one. Traveling through. What was her name?
Was it Sandy?
As a matter of fact, you know, you both have something in common. You both like to walk into an abbey and not mention that you're wounded.
Oh, no. She was wounded.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty head wound, actually, if I'm being honest.
You can see the color kind of go from his face.
As soon as she goes, what? She's in tip-top shape. You know I'm good for it.
Now, see, the problem is I'm trying to find her. You did say it's been a few seasons, but would you happen to know maybe if she gave some indication of where she was going?
Matter of fact, I believe she was going to the Southlands. There's actually a large kingdom way out there.
Okay.
It did say that she planned to come back through, though. So maybe if you stay a while, you might run into her.
Alicia, I can tell that this is going to be a very good friendship.
You think so?
And he kind of like does a not sure what the proper greeting or departure thing is. He kind of like bows awkwardly, and then turns.
Oh, please, just don't do that.
Okay, well, talk to you later.
I'm not that old. All right, and as you exit.
Yeah.
And head towards the front entrance. And as you do, both of Daz, both Finian and Jackalope, are kind of handing both the nets to you, Norenkor, and Alice, your dad. So one thing that is good.
Net, You know I have my own nets. I mean, I'll take yours, but
all right. I mean, if you
come prepared.
All right. If you want, I tell you what. Just in case you have a bit of an issue out there, never hurts to have an extra.
Yes.
All right.
The issue.
That's a good lad.
And he looks at Nor.
As Nora's like taking the net, she's like kind of gently mending places that are kind of getting weaker.
And Alice, your dad has a small satchel in his hand. Speaking of berries, and actually hands you a total of 5 good berries.
Thanks. Well, hopefully won't be out that long.
Well, it's the wilderness, and I mean...
Yes, always be prepared. Correct.
I don't know about these lot.
Yes.
No offense.
None taken.
Gotta take care of my best mate. Fair? Fair. All right. Can I give you a kiss on the forehead? All right. Be safe. Do me a favor. Have a really good time. And if there are stories, save it for when we have October Ale, which will be by the time we get back.
Of course.
Because I will probably, assuming everyone does well and survives, I'm sure everything will be fine. I will be drinking all night, probably, and worry. So, do not worry about my worry.
I'll protect them. I promise.
And I'll make sure that they don't get lost, so...
I won't let anyone eat them.
That's good.
It's with you in eating things or people.
Right.
God.
To, I believe, the very definition of to each their... Nope, I said eat. To each their own.
See, it's infecting the whole place now.
I don't know if that was actually a Freudian slip or not. I think I'm somewhere in the middle. I'm somewhere in the middle. I think I was thinking about it and it just happened.
Redwall, the cannibalism story.
Yo, right? What the hell? Goodness gracious, what is happening to us? Well, all right. So all you need to do, it shouldn't be too difficult, but for the sake of simplicity, you head out, turn your paws to the right, and go up, and up, and up, until you hear the sounds of loud streaming water.
We couldn't. Well, could we just like break it? Like just smash the ice? Or is it too frozen?
No, because the river has bigger trout. And better trout.
yes.
And the lucky trout. The lucky trout! Okay, so we head north till we hear loud streaming. Got it.
Right. It's about day and a half of travel. So hopefully you enjoy getting acquainted with each other and don't kill each other on the way back.
Oh, this isn't like a there and back quick.
Oh no, this is a long trip.
Oh,
You'll be there. You'll be back just in time for shrimp and hot root soup.
Saoirse, in hearing him say, "Go up," will fly straight up. All right, now I'm up. Now what?
Do you hear loud streaming?
Do I?
Make a perception check.
Alice is shaking her head, really just like, no.
Yeah, Cora's
I'd literal
doing
that one.
It's 19.
19. So you focus and listen in. No, you don't. Not quite. You're going to have to get closer.
If we're going north, I've spent some time in these forests. I imagine.
Have you really? Where at?
In the forest there.
Right. You recognize as one of the forest that it is a very large area.
I mean, like, I'm trying to deceive you. Like, I'm trying to lie by omission. So I don't know if you want me to make a roll.
Make an deception check.
Okay.
Absolutely.
There's just like, yeah, well, I grew up in the Crow Pines, so.
That's going to be a nat 1 plus 3.
Oh no.
So Jackalop's like kind of frowns at you. I suppose each one's travel is their own.
So with that, shall we? And I start marching off towards the north.
Right.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Hope he makes a good mate. Because that's a sly one.
It's not as sly as this one thinks, but everyone has their
more of an
secrets.
attempt. More of an attempt. All right. Off you go before stop me crying.
And off we go.
All right. And as you get ready, as you leave, get ready to hit the gate. As the gate is beginning to slowly crawl open, and you actually see off to the right, Ben is pulling the gate open, and looks to you, Tamarisk. Did you just get in?
I did, but I can't explain it either. It was a wonderful breakfast, though. Thank you for the recommendation.
It kind of just salutes to you as the gate rises. Be safe and out there.
I hope to see you soon. Save me some of those pastries.
Reaches into a small smock and just raises one, puts it back, and then as you guys walk out, begins to as the double doors begin to close, as the winter air begins to take you in. The road is yours.
So, starts our adventure. And like Nora just kind of like walks off, like just kind of singing a little ditty.
Right. Why don't everybody give me a marching order?
Okay.
I guess if Nora's walking in front, Cora's walking behind, like, hey, you stop.
I think
Saoirse's just flying above everybody.
Alice is
All right.
kind of checking ahead and then just kind of going back and forth, like just like off to the side.
Okay. Let me just put that together really quickly.
Tamarisk is probably towards the front, if not
Right.
in the lead.
Yeah, Nora's not walking very fast, so if anyone walks past her, she's not gonna try to outpace them.
All right. You'll love to see it. Let me. I did not place that map there. That's fine. 1 second. Okay, so, yeah, the path itself, and those of you that have been here in other seasons, is typically marked by this very worn brown path, but it is covered in snow. And this general area does not have any trees around it until you get about maybe 15 minutes of travel forward. And then there are a few of trees that don't have any leaves on them, a few of them that do. I need everybody to make a perception check, please.
Ooh, that is a nat 20.
Hey! Bow, 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 bow. Very cool. Very, very cool. So, nat 20. Anybody else in the club?
19.
13.
21.
Ooh.
11.
11. All right. Core focused on North. Probably. It's like, oh God. You actually see on the outer limbs of two trees in particular, about the 8th tree, 1, 2, 3 through 8, the beginning of these small buds as they're beginning to just barely wake up at just the slight pink, which is why the upcoming spring is called what it's called, as you do see the beginnings of cherry blossom, which is pretty strange considering it's still winter-y as you are in snow. So why don't, Nor, since you're leading the charge, I want you to roll a d10 for me.
I rolled a 10.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't like that sound.
Okay.
10s are good. You ought to roll high, right?
So you get about a half day's worth of travel with very little fanfare. Anything that anyone wants to do during this segment, if you will, of time here?
I think Core would be asking Tamarisk about his time out in the woods or whatever. Like, are you an adventurer? Have you fought things and seen danger and had troubles? And don't lie. I'll know.
Well, I won't lie to you, but I'll be honest, I'm here because I don't want to think about those things.
Oh, so that's why you ran away.
I think ran away is a bit of a reduction. The way I have been justifying it has been an exploration of a different path.
Oh, I was talking about in the abbey when you...
Oh, yes. Yes, of course.
But that told me a lot more than I necessarily asked for, so I appreciate the honesty, I think. Is it scary out there?
It can be. It can also be exciting and invigorating and rewarding. Danger is always a possibility, but it seems as though, and Tamarisk kind of looks around at the rest of the party, and especially at Alice, and says, seems as though we have a rather good sense of defense.
I hope so.
Now, you asked this question. That tells me that you are. Well, let me ask: are you scared?
Not for me.
Are you scared for? No.
For her and for my dad. My pop is alone because my mom isn't around anymore.
Oh.
So if you're here and something happens to you, there's nobody to protect your father.
Yeah.
Oh. Know what that's like.
I want to go on adventures. I want to see new things. But I don't want to fight. I don't want to hurt anyone. So it's...
Court, what is your size physically? Are you like a large otter?
Yeah, he's huge.
Okay.
Like
he's about.
I literally wrote down the juggernaut of otters.
I love you.
Like
That's
the
amazing.
juggernaut from X-Men.
Yeah, which is interesting from your perspective, because hares are pretty tall, and Core's probably got you by almost a foot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. I think he says, well, with any luck, we won't need to fight. This will be a simple, fun adventure outside of the walls, and we'll enjoy each other's company while we gather some fish, bring it back, and there will be no more talk of fate or destiny or anything along those lines.
What if there was?
I suppose we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, one other question. Just so my pop always told me that swords aren't for anything but putting holes in people. And do you think that's true? If Martin gives us a sword, then, or we take Martin's sword or whatever with the sword, that is there to put holes in people.
Okay, so you ask this question, and you see Tamarisk kind of take a beat, and as he's walking, you can see he's trying to think of whether or not he should do what he's about to do. And he kind of lets that question sit on the air a little bit. And then he draws his rapier, like in one fell swoop, just kind of like brandishes it right in Kor's face, screaming. Rah!
What? Why?
This will catch all of you off guard.
Yeah, kind of. Then sheathes the sword again and says, I of course meant to startle you, but I do apologize. I only did that as a demonstration of the fact that violence is not a prerequisite. Swords can be tools used in different ways.
Well, people can be tools too. And I don't mean that in a good way. You scared the lights out of me.
Nor would have reacted.
That's an interesting point, Nor, because, and Sisha, you would have seen this from your vantage point up above, as nor you react, and you feel beneath your left paw something smush. And you look down, and your foot is covering this large piece of what initially looks like wood, and then you see it's gnarled around and around and around and up. But your concern is the 3 blue speckled eggs that you just stepped in.
Damn it.
No.
As well as you look down, all of you hear this large sound as the air, when you look down, darkens, and up above, about 45 feet in the air, is this large blue heron.
Oh.
No. And everybody roll initiative.
Shields up.
Man. Oh.
Get back here.
Oh God. That's it.
So
19.
19.
That's a 19 for Tamarisk as well.
He's got a higher dex. Dex.
21.
Probably Tam. Jesus. All right. So let me. I don't know what I was waiting on here. Okay. So Lynn. Alice. Tamarisk. Corey, you also rolled a 19?
No.
Right? No,
Or
what'd you
got
roll?
3.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a 3.
Oh, there's 2 19s, right? Or did I miss that?
Tamarisk and
Okay. So Saoirse,
You'll get it eventually, April. I know that you stopped.
Saoirse. Yeah, that's why I said it like 7 times in a row.
Yeah.
Saoirse.
Saoirse.
We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. That's another shirt, of course.
I'm going to learn
Let's
your
see.
name.
1, 2, 3.
I googled
That is-
how to pronounce it, and I said it a few times to figure it out.
I don't care about anything else now. I'm getting this name right. Saoirse.
Yeah, no, same. I'm right there with you. Okay, so yeah, as this, what's interesting about this particular blue heron is it has this strange, like jowl-looking, almost like a pelican. For lack of a better term, maw. There you go, Matthew Mercer. And let's see, it rolled pretty high too. So we'll see how that goes. But first things first. And from your vantage point, Saoirse, this blue heron is dive bombing towards Nor. So first things first. Actually, quick point of order. How far up would you have been?
At least 20 feet.
20 feet, perfect. It's dive bombing away from you, but it's about 15 feet like behind. So you would have had to kind of facing this way. So you can certainly intercept it and on your turn. But Alice, you're up as this blue heron is dive bombing towards Nor, 30 feet up in the sky, and about 20 feet away from you.
Are there any like bushes, like any like covering, like close to where Nora is?
No, right in the middle of the path. They would have to be another 10 or 15 feet on either side. So not in the immediacy, but you can certainly move there into the trees for cover if you need to.
If you don't, April, do you mind? Can Alice just kind of like, she's gonna run towards you and then just kind of like yank you by the collar, like, hot, get down, and then just kind of like get you into like a covered area.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Nora was distracted, so you would totally be able to do that. She wouldn't stop you.
Yeah.
Everyone into the brush, now.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So I'd say movement to get to that point. So you still have an action.
I think the action was maybe just to like get Nor into like the like kind of
Sure.
That was the
Drag.
grabbing and
yeah,
dragging.
drag her
Grab and
into,
drag.
Sure.
into
Yeah.
the because it's like it's like she knows what's happening. Like the eggs, I think it's going
Yeah.
for her.
Even as you're in this like you're in the zone.
Mm-hmm.
There's something that immediately bothers you because you're proficient in survival.
Mm-hmm.
There hasn't been a bird of prey in this area for thousands of seasons.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a good sign.
Yeah.
Tamarisk, you're up.
So is Core like prone? Because you said he kind of like stumbled back and
No. He
No,
just kind of
no.
moved back out of the way when you put
Okay.
the pokey stick.
Okay,
towards him,
cool,
but
good.
Yep.
Okay,
he's,
so
he's not a chicken. He just was like, yo, bruh.
Yeah, no, that's fine. So I wasn't sure if it was your hand or your foot that squished the eggs, and so that's.
Oh, you mean for Nor?
Oh
Yeah.
shoot.
Nor's I squished the eggs.
Oh, I'm sorry. You all have very similar names,
Yes.
and it's incredibly.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
we realized what we did after.
Oh yeah.
It's-
Okay.
And
Oh, yeah.
we decided not to change that.
I don't blame you.
wait till you meet our siblings.
All right. So Nor, you are currently off to the side, inside of a bush with
Yes.
Alice. Yes.
Alice and I are in a bush. Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
So I think I'm going to turn around and open up my longbow and actually short bow, right? Almost certainly short bow.
Probably
Yes, short bow. And launch it.
80 feet of range.
Correct.
Right? Cool. That should be plenty.
All right, and I'm going to launch it right at the heron.
Please go for it.
Okay. That's a nat 1.
Oh no.
Okay. So just all this is happening at once, and you.
Actually, do you,
Yeah.
do you mind? I think like the terror of combat is starting to like get to him.
Yep.
And he starts to pull out an arrow and like in his haste to try and knock it, like completely fails at knocking it into the string of the bow.
Sure. Yeah.
And then launches it, and then the arrow just kind of ping.
Yep. Yeah. No problem. And yeah, not a problem at all for you to describe that. You do have inspiration, by the way.
Yeah.
I just remembered.
I think
Up to you.
That's probably the right time to use it. Which this is a 17 plus 6, which is a 23.
Definitely hits.
All right.
So you fumble, and then you force and exhale a breath as you see the visible breath from the cold leave you, and there's just a moment of clarification. Yeah, roll damage.
That is going to be 9 damage total.
Ooh, yeah. So right underneath the breast, as it almost like begins to spiral almost out of control, barely getting its for lack of a better term, breath, if you will, but still on the way. All right, what was the damage again? Sorry, just making sure I got it right.
9 total.
9. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's pretty damn good.
And then I'm going to say to Core, if you prefer not to fight, I would suggest getting out of the road. Come over towards the sides. And I run over towards, like, on the opposite side of where Nor is at the moment.
Yeah. Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
Love it. Cool. Where is... All right, cool. Saoirse, you're up.
Okay, I am. Yeah, I'm just gonna join my friends in the bush.
Okay.
Run away.
All right. So movement. So are you like landing kind of near everybody, or are you still in the air?
I'm gonna land in the branches above them.
Okay, cool. Not a problem. Cool. That's your movement. Yeah. Actually, you still have your action. You didn't need to use much to get to. You can do whatever. You can still do stuff.
You know what? I'm gonna use minor illusion,
Ooh, interesting.
and I'm going to create a, I don't know, a mole or something.
Okay,
I don't
sure. Ben appears. No, I'm not taking that away from you, but that was too funny for me not to say. What does this mole look like? What is the mole wearing?
It's wearing all black, and it looks like it has one of the eggs in its mouth, and it's running away from the nest and running away from us.
Okay. I love that. Okay. That's cool. All right, cool. Is that your turn?
Yep.
Awesome. So, Blue Heron's turn. So, if I'm right. Actually, no, I'm sorry. That's incorrect. Nor, you're up first. Then it's the Blue Heron.
Okay. So my brother is still out in the road. So bonus action, Shield of Faith.
Yeah, this is exactly why you took it. Sure.
This is exactly
Describe
why
your
I took
Shield
it.
of Faith to me.
Nor like got dragged to the bush, is like trying to figure out what's going on, sees the Blue Heron diving, see Core just standing there. Has like this mental freak out of, why don't you run? And then cast Shield of Faith, and you see it's almost like a golden net goes around Core and gives Core a +2 to their AC.
You'll love to see it.
For the next 10 minutes.
Awesome.
Nice.
So.
And then with my action, because that's a bonus action, Nor is going to grab the crossbow on her side and just like whip it out and take a shot.
Yeah, go for it.
15, 16, 18.
By the way, this is why I love random encounter tables, because this only happens on a 10.
God damn it. Roll a high number. Be happy. 18 to hit.
18 to hit hits.
One of these is a D8. That's a 10. Why are these not organized?
Because your cat's playing with them.
Because my cat has been playing with the dice. You can't see it. It's just off screen. It's very annoying. That's an 8.
It's very cute.
Look at it. 4.
So someone clip that, please. Just
no, it doesn't show up on the screen. There's no one saw it.
Nope, it's just the visual reactions. That's all.
6 points of damage.
Ooh, okay, yeah. As these arrows are now best friends, dorm mates even, as it continues to dive bomb to essentially where you were. Using your movement at all, staying where you are?
I'm staying where I am.
All right. So here's what's going to happen. So because it was mid dive bomb, what I'm going to do, because typically with minor illusion, you would burn an action to make, I think it's an investigation check to see if you see through the illusion. But in my mind, it's thinking about one thing. So I'm going to have it do its attack, but I'm going to do it at disadvantage because there's a lot of things going on. I think that's a fair way to handle it. So that's what's going to happen. So, and we'll see what happens here. Well, I'm glad I did that because I rolled a natural 19. And let's see. Make sure I got this right. Yeah, that's a 16 to hit, no rain.
My AC is 17.
Perfect.
Nicely done.
You initially hit the deck originally, raise your hand, cast Shield of Faith, moving around. You feel the wingspan almost consume you as you just dive out of the way, thwack, snow exploding around the area. And unfortunately, it gets a second attack. Still at disadvantage because I did the thing already, which which it didn't need anyway, because I rolled a 10. So as it's trying to like stab at you with its beak, in furious anger at losing its children, allegedly, as far as that's concerned. And it begins to look around and begins to kind of flap its wings. Because use all its movement to get here, so not much it can do. Actually, that's not true. Yeah. Okay. So what it's going to do is it's going to attempt to make it to the air, to take to the air and get a better vantage point on y'all's. So if you would like to make an attack of opportunity, now would be the time.
I want to grab this thing before it can take off. That's my goal.
Okay.
Is to be able to.
You're a little too far away specifically. So, but everybody else should be able to make an attack of opportunity if they want to.
Sure.
Okay. What are you using? Because you have your bow in your hand.
I'll just give it a nice little. I'll give it a whack. Just
okay. With a bow.
Yeah. Still a stick.
Yeah. Improvised weapon. Let's go.
All right. So what is that? Just use the unarmed strike thing.
Improvised weapons usually use that same roll.
Yeah. It would.
Okay.
Regular attack. It's just the damage.
It's been a while since I used improvised weapon.
Yeah.
6. Nah, just.
Nope.
Swinging away.
Wingspan, just as the force wind kind of brings you back a little bit and you whiff. Anyone else wanted to?
Sure. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Mind Sliver.
You have to have, I think, Warcaster to do that, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
it has to be a melee attack, melee or ranged attack, I believe.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to take out my sickle, and I'm going to slice at it.
Go for it.
Ooh. That is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
Sweet.
All right, and then roll that stick damage or sickle damage, I should say.
Yeah. Where is it? Where are you?
Whoops. Oh, I went the wrong
there
way.
we go.
Well, she's figuring out. Do I also get an up attack?
You do.
I'll just hit it with my bow because I probably can't switch weapons in time. Nope.
Nope. All right, cool.
It's not a nat 1, but it's not gonna
Hey.
hit.
So what is your damage?
That
Sarah?
is 4 damage total.
4 damage. Whew. That's still a pretty big chunk. It's looking really, really weak now, and kind of like limps in the air as it kind of comes up and goes up about 40 feet in the air. But it's still really focused on the goings on. But it is really, really in trouble. Nor.
Core.
There it is.
Core just stands out in the middle of the street or road and basically just yells, "Have at thee, foul creature! Stop attacking my friends!"
Okay.
And I can't touch this thing, so
You're just yelling at it.
I'm just yelling.
Make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
Not bad. At disadvantage, that is a 15.
15. Still pretty good.
Dang.
See what it does on its turn. But I will say that there is like a recognition of your voice. And we'll see what it does. So I'll say that's an action to do that. Anything else before we hit the top of the round?
I don't have anything else I can do.
Alice.
Do I see the the yelling that Core did had any effect on
Definitely.
it? All right.
Make an insight check.
Insight. Okay.
Also, happy business time, Bill. That
4.
is an amphitheater inside joke. Anyway, what was
4.
it? A 4? No idea.
Okay, she doesn't see. Okay, well, under her breath, she's like, it's not going to stop until one of us is gone. So she'll take an arrow out of her. First, I think she's gonna go away from the bush just so that it doesn't have as much of a target.
Yep. Yeah, you can back up without.
She's going to actually. She's gonna climb a little bit, and just
she is.
And just pull back and just try and get before it turns around.
Thank you, Jess. Jess.
Ooh, 8.
Watches AMGMs. Say it one more time. Sorry.
Oh, 8.
8. Ooh, 8 to hit. Ooh. Just underneath. Making no purchase, unfortunately.
All right, that's it.
All right. That was Alice's turn. Tamarisk.
Is Core still in the middle of the like pathway?
Oh yeah.
And did I hear the scream of like?
You did.
Okay, I'm gonna run and get in front of Core, and even though it's a comically like, what's the word? Mismatched
difference of size. Yeah.
He's got a big ass shield that's about as big as Tamarisk, and he's just like, let's go.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand in front of Core and like use my body as a meat shield of some sorts, and I'm gonna shoot up an arrow at this thing.
Please.
That is going to be a 16.
16 to hits.
All right. I like that. And that is going to be another 9 damage.
Another 9 damage. As you raise your bow, right?
Yep.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Bow in the air. Your vision leaves you for just a second. As you find yourself in the chamber of the Badger Lord, Rocktree, sitting in the middle of several different rows of long patrol hairs. He stands up, looks to all of you. He's wearing full armor with a large, full golden armor with armor like almost like plate armor, and has a flowing red cape to the back. And he says to all of you, Eulalia means victory. Claim your victory. Describe your victory to me, please.
Yes.
So this heron is regrouping. And in my experience, I know regrouping means another attack is coming. And so I want to prevent this thing from making another attack. And in its like very brief moment of hovering as it repositions itself to make another dive, that's when I hit it right through the gut in such a way where like the fletching of the arrow prevents any sort of aerodynamic gliding for this thing, and it just
absolutely spirals down. Nice. We're trying to avoid this entire situation. Lands in the snow, no longer moving. And I want you to hold on to that feeling, on all the things that you want to say to each other and all the things that we're about to do. But before we go, somewhere else, there is a conversation. There's 3 cloaked figures standing around a small table, candlelight. is a large, large figure. It seems to almost go to the ceiling of whatever this chamber is. And two much, much smaller. The one on the left says, well, we've done our research, and I believe we've bided our time. Walks over to the table. On the table is a large map of mossflower wood. Takes a pen for a quill. It circles a small circle. Kind of, there's already a circle, adding another. You see this large castle, southward, and then writes step 1. And then it circles Redwall Abbey. Step 2. For we are the unwanted, and we are coming. And the light extinguishes from the room. And that's where we'll end tonight's episode.
Holy crap.
The what now? The who?
The unwanted.
I need more.
Whew.
I love this so much.
That was fun.
So much.
First of all, before we get into anything else, I'm overdue for a thing, which I apologize in advance. My mic might gate me. But man, if you ever earned anything more ever in your life,
Duval!
Yeah,
Oh my
your
God.
gate definitely got you.
Oh no,
Yeah,
I know.
it got you.
It got you.
But
That
we
wasn't
knew
even
it.
mine,
We know
but
what
we
it
knew.
was.
But you know. Holy shit, a fucking level 5 hype train. I love y'all so
Yeah.
much.
We got all the way to. We finished it. We got a full
Wow.
hype.
Yeah.
All the way
That's
to
a
6.
new one.
Full hype train.
Wow. Oh, there comes my emotions.
Aw.
Listen, I've said this multiple times, and it's not something I want to understate. This is a dream come true. I like Redwall and Brian Jakes were my introduction to fantasy in the beginning. Without me finding Martin the Warrior in weirdly my physical science class in 8th grade, because I finished the test too fast because I'm that neurodivergent little kid. None of this happens. I don't play D&D. I don't read Lord of the Rings. Nothing. That like, oh God. Anyway, so thank you so much for believing in this. It means everything. So yeah, and we get to do it again. More.
Yes.
Again, thank you so much for coming. I hope you had a good time. Holy shit, there are 68 of you. What is happening?
Right?
Almost 69. Get one more. Anyway,
You should. We had a raid earlier. That
yeah, we
was
did a couple.
152
Oh my
people.
God.
I took
thank
the
you guys so
screenshot.
much. Oh Lord have mercy. That happens when you're in the zone. Yeah, over 200. Jesus Christ. That's definitely an amphitheater record. Anyway, I could talk all night, but I need to reintroduce this incredible cast that I'm honored to play with and go on this journey with. Let the fucking fun begin. First things first, Bill, killing it on tech. Thank you so much. I have to be very honest. I am a prima donna around control, and Bill has been there every step of the fucking way. And there's 69. Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
you're the best fucking business partner ever. Where can the people find you?
Oh, don't start with me. Go somewhere else. April, you're next.
He already started.
Did
It's
you
too
just-
late. You
Did
have
just
to do it
counter
now.
spell
Too
my
late.
compliment?
Okay, Lynn, you're next.
You know who's amazing
Oh,
at,
hey!
you know who's amazing at tech and like really helped us out before this game even started and like offered his help every step of the way. Like if we needed help, it was Bill.
Yeah.
Bill offered to help us out with every
Okay,
tech
fine.
issue.
Okay,
We'll
fine. So you can find me on Twitter at Bill Delphia. Annoyingly, I have to have 2 underscores in there on either side of the A. Yeah, I mean, the other thing that I do on a regular basis is Friday mornings. I do a very silly morning show with my other very good friend PB Smitty. It is at 7 in the morning on Fridays, Eastern time, and it's right here on the Amphitheater Twitch channel. And we get up to some very, very silly things, and really just kind of make each other giggle for a really tight 50. So that's pretty much it.
Good Lord. Yeah. My brain stopped working. Jesus Christ. All right, April, now it's your fucking turn. Jesus Christ.
Now it's my fucking turn. Hi, everyone. I'm April. You can find me everywhere as April Ray Gun. I played Nora tonight, and you can find me here on Tuesdays now, because we're going to do this for a while, and we're so excited. Yay! And I have some other things coming out. Just follow me online for that. And, Sundays, Invisible Suns on Friends Who Roll Dice, because we're back.
Nice. Hell yeah. The brother to another mother, Mr. Dimples. What's up?
Hey everybody, I'm Prince, also known as Dimples and Dice around the internet. You can find me at Dimples and Dice on Twitch, Twitter, all that jazz. Please do come out on Tuesdays and watch this. Tomorrow you could find me over on Rollin' D's 20s, my sister station, where we'll be playing some Cyberpunk Red. That'll be at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Then we'll be over at Rollin' D's 20s on Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern time for Vampire the Masquerade, which I'm the storyteller for. And if you really like Vampire, you can watch me over at Vancouver by Night at 6 p.m. Eastern on their channel, where I am a player playing a Banu Hakim assassin who is now about to be a seneschal, maybe. As one of our coterie mates tries to become prince through praxis. So it is a lot going on in that show, and you should come and watch and see what happens. There's going to be other stuff coming up on my channel, some D&D action. We're going to be doing a Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign. I am getting to the last of my applications, and we are going to whittle this down, and I will have a group probably here within the next week. So that's my goal, is to have it done by next week, and we'll see what happens there. So keep a lookout on my Twitter.
Fantastic. Crystal Downright Fierce. I've been waiting to say that for a year.
Hello, people. My name is Crystal Fear. You can find me at Crystal_Fear on Twitter and at Crystal Fear pretty much everywhere else. I am here every Tuesday now, which is freaking amazing. I've been waiting to play with these people for 2 years. You can also find me normally on Thursdays playing Sarissa Shiog for the Inspectors. We are currently on hiatus. We are working on changing things up a little bit. So, yeah, for the most part, just follow me on Twitter. I'm over there constantly.
Fuck yeah. All right. Lynn, the badass, the incredible, what are you up to?
Hey, I'm Lynn, Gremlin Art on Twitter, Twitch, pretty much every place else. Catch my art there, including the ones on this screen. And thank you. And you can catch me tomorrow on Fall Black Cats, where we're continuing our Hex Crawl spy game, where we are now in the tropics and get to be on vacation and have pool parties. And there's probably going to be some destruction there, because that's how we are.
Hell yeah. Okay.
So
my
hold
turn.
on a sec. I just want to underscore just how talented Lynn is. Yeah, for real. And the reason I bring it up is because they've done 2 characters for me, and both of the descriptions that I sent over were just unintelligible. I just pulled up the description that I sent over to you. My eyes indicate a recent epiphany that societal structures only have as much power as you give them. And
what is wrong with you?
I know, right? And
Oh,
you
God.
hit it so well. It was perfect. Like no notes. It came right over the home plate. So, and it was the same thing with my previous character as well. Absolutely fantastic artist. Okay, I'm
Fuck
done.
yeah. Well said.
I can't believe she didn't throw stuff at you after that description.
Yeah, we need to give Lynn a raise because that description from Bill alone just needs.
Oh yeah.
That was
yeah.
fine. I've seen some.
I love that. That's amazing. So humble. Oh, Lord have mercy. And I will try to get through this without absolutely becoming a mess. I've been your Dungeon Master, Jacob Plick, Duval King Jacob on the interwebs. You will find me here tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, twitch.tv/the Amphitheater. Duval's Grimmy Journey. We're continuing with Golden Sun. We're about 65-70% through that. With King of Mess. Yes, that's me. And that's true. You should see my office. That's why I have a background. Anyway, as always, I am the Dungeon Master for a little show called Duval and Dragons, which will be back for our New Year premiere on Sunday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, twitch.tv/SoManyGames, as well as some other really cool shit happening. Singapalooza 2, that following weekend, we're going to raise some money, and I'm going to run a level 15 heist next Saturday, I think. Saturday, because why not? Let's kill a bunch of really high rogues and stuff. And I haven't told them this, but the item that they'll be heisting for is the Horn of Orcus. So that should be a good time. There's a lot of other stuff, but again, Twitter, Linktree, all that good shit. Let's raid somebody, y'all.
Yeah, we're gonna go over and raid Critical Bard, who's doing some.
I was just about to ask.
Some Mario Party superstars.
Oh yeah.
Holy
Heck
shit.
yeah.
I can't believe we get to do this every week. Again,
This is
like
amazing.
I
Hey,
love you all
Duval.
so much. Yo.
Thank you for being an amazing DM and writing this and
Yes.
making this happen.
Yes.
Because this was really cool.
This is
Okay, thank you for saying
dude.
that.
This
All
is
right, we're gonna
fantastic.
we're out in 4, 3, 2.
Oh,
Good night,
love
everybody.
you.
Good night.
Good night. Love you.
Peace, everybody.
Oh.
All right, there we go, and we're out.